Boom. We are live, folks. That's right. We are live and back at it again. We are here on a Monday night. We got Monday in the books, so congratulations. The UGG Mondays are out of the way. We're back at it. Like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We have your show to kick off the wrestling week. WWE RAW tonight. We are going to lock in. It's going to be a fun night. We got lots to get into, lots to talk about. Keep that chat flowing, folks. We want to get into it. So strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again. Like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are your alternative commentary to all the wrestling. We are the wrestling friends you just can't get in your real life, folks. We're here to talk about all things wrestling and give you the alternative commentary to Monday Night Raw tonight. The Bloodline Sans Roman is on the way to the ring. But I will remind everybody, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White, and I am the What Incarnate, Big Nick. How you doing?
The What Incarnate. I'll take it.
And instead of the Beast Incarnate, you got to be the What
right?
Incarnate.
We're going to Whatplex City. We got some
Could
fingers in the air.
A-Town, what up? Steve, what up? Hey, yo, what?
Seth freaking Rollins versus The Miz tonight.
We got a U.S. title match, A-Town versus Bobby Lashley. We've got...
No, I might be wrong. I thought it was a U.S. title match, but it's not being advertised.
We at least got a match.
You got a match, so it's a weird match.
Right, but and Dale will talk about that because I don't get why that's news. But
yeah, shit happens. Her kid's sick, she's sick, got a headache, shit happens.
Right.
We'll
Terrence out here. Well, since we've got the bloodline here, I guess we need to take a moment to acknowledge our tribal chief, Sans Terrence here.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
The booze aplenty. Some of it sounds pipey.
I don't think it's pipe. They're just sold their fastest ticket sales for SummerSlam, the fastest non-WrestleMania ticket sales.
There's been a lot. Yeah.
There's buzz around this company.
There very much is. And you know what? A lot of talk about ticket sales as of late. I mean, WrestleMania sold out in record fashion. Royal Rumble was the best ever. Now SummerSlam is going to be the best ever. Where people talk about WWE in a decline. I mean, ticket sales are saying otherwise. Oh, Steve G, do me a favor. Throw that up there during a commercial in like a half hour. Because I'm going to go a minute on that topic. But
that's when I'll take my pause. This man just go.
When you see Nick go for a break, remind me that I got to say some shit about that guy. But yeah, I'll save that for later because I don't want to take away from the bloodline. The start of Raw, folks. I hope everyone out there is happy and healthy. If you're feeling good, if you're having a good day, if you're just happy to be here, give us some thumbs up, give us some likes. You want so?
I was gonna say, acknowledge us and hit that like button. Use that one to hit the like button, hit the bell notification, hit the subscribe, hit the share button, all that. We have information from the wise man.
Here we go.
Ooh. Interesting.
Is Solo getting thicker by the week?
It's the Samoan way. I mean, look at Yokozuna.
That was like when you watch the Yokozuna biography and they're like, oh, we got company.
Yeah, we've got Judgment Day coming out right now. But yeah, it reminds me of that story of like when it was, I think it was Vader and Yokozuna essentially got sent to trim down and couldn't stay away from the KFC.
They're kind of getting cheers. They look bad.
I think, is it Rhea getting cheers and the rest are just there? We're going to get the unification match Some people wanted, I don't know who, but we're gonna get Rhea versus Roman Reigns,
Right, there we
all
go.
the titles.
Did Damien stop in on the way to church? I feel like he's out of place here.
Yeah, I mean,
he looks great. He just doesn't look like he fits. He looks like the leader. Am I wrong?
He could be though.
Like
honestly, he could be. It's really got to be down to him and Rhea because Finn ain't leading the damn thing.
Priest versus Solo tonight? Sign me up.
Oh, like Excalibur says, well, this is a change up. This is definitely a change up. There's no Raw on TV. It's hockey and basketball on the channels. Not in for me. No, it's on USA. They don't air either of those.
Yeah, true, right?
Finn had 14 staples. Yeah.
Paul.
We're getting Solo and Damien staring down eye to eye.
I like it.
Mr. Priest. 1-0 Bruins. Boss, what up? Larry, what up? Everybody. Supposed to be Solo versus Ronald Mysterious. Well, I'm glad that we're not getting that.
I'm really confused by this.
I like Heyman's line there. If there's a heaven, none of us are getting into it. Talking about everybody in the ring. Because it's both heel factions.
Yeah, I guess it's just like a coming together of heels. And to be honest, in this ring right now, if I had to throw money down on something I'd want to see, give me Rhea Solo tonight. That's the match I want. Let's go.
This is like the mafia sitting down with, Grove Street or something like that. I feel like the goth kids sitting down with the mob.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Roman only wanted Solo to know.
Oh.
His Usos to be caught off guard by the enormity of this short-term deal.
We're getting that dissension, Nick.
That's his fucking shirt. I need that shirt. It says Finn 14 Staples. I just noticed that.
Right.
See, what a good show. Also, we're getting a bit of a handshake deal here. His short-term villainry.
A bit of a slow start here. This might have been worked well as like a backstage segment, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, you're kicking off Raw. You got nowhere to go but up.
Fucking hell.
It's not bad.
Don't have them prove you wrong.
Little wordsy. But we're all caught off guard. No one saw something like this happening.
So Solo is going to wrestle Mysterio tonight, by the sounds of it. I want Solo
switching places with Solo here,
right? People are getting tired of seeing us fight Ray. Can one of you do it?
Right. Oh, now we've got Rizzy, and the crowd gets a pop for Rhea and Solo staring eye to eye, staring each other down.
Too slow.
You're getting a murmuring of a Rhea chant.
Oh,
is everything okay here, Rhea?
I love it. I'm telling you, this is the matchup. Dom's smiling.
Is everything okay here? And she says, for now.
Yeah, absolutely.
JV, that's not a bad show.
This is clunky as shit, though, dude.
Well, I don't mind it. We're of different minds here, I feel. Granted, I just on my Heyman mark, so anytime I can.
I love Heyman. I just feel like this is a little.
But JV brings up a good point. This is like when the corporation united with the Ministry of Darkness became the corporate ministry.
Yeah,
little bit.
That was such a wonderful fucking time. Okay, but I don't think that's happening. The cheers, the biggest pop is when he starts saying the other guy's names.
Oh, so at first we're
Backlash.
getting
The
the
6-man tag.
Sammy KO. I don't know why my mind went blank. Riddle
Yeah, you
versus
just
the Judgment Day. Yeah, sorry. Mea culpa, mea culpa.
wait,
Right
what?
here, right now. In this godforsaken city of Little Rock, Arkansas. Cheap McFoley heat. I love it.
Okay.
He grabs Dom. I'm so sorry. You have to see what Solo's about to do to your father. I mean, I don't mind that right there because that gave Ray a big pop and got him over there because Heyman did his introduction. It made Ray feel big again after he's been used to death.
This segment ends better for me. I think just in the middle there, they were trying to be so cute about the like Jey Uso not knowing and stuff and making them shimmy positions. Like it got a little bit kind of flat. Like
Right.
I don't know. It felt like a little ill prepared, which he rarely feels.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Rey Mysterio coming out to take on Solo. We will take predictions on this match. And yes, Victor, you were right.
There you go. There you go. And Steve Dom is out there with
Right
the
there.
Judgment Day right now. Yeah, he's
He's
right
right
there.
there.
He's right there.
You're right there.
We all know LWO will run out to help, but then that's what we've got now, the hired goons of the Judgment Day.
Right.
And we go to commercial.
All right, first segment in the books. To me, I mean, slow start, good pickup near the end. I get they're trying to tell the story of dissension between the bloodline, and I guess the overriding theme of this is Judgment Day is going to help the bloodline. Bloodline's going to help Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like I said, it's a little a chew. It's a little bit of a, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. I feel.
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the way we're going to take it. I mean, it got there, but now we're heading into the first commercial break. And when we come back, we will get Solo and Ray. So if you're tuning in right now, we will take a prediction on this match. See how you feel about it.
Absolutely. And see, I managed to find the comment. There we go.
CM Punk's the only thing keeping Meltzer relevant. Meltzer would not feel that way at all, Steve. Meltzer thinks he's more relevant than he's ever been at this point. I literally want to start like hashtag cancel Dave or hashtag cancel Uncle Dave. Like,
not my uncle.
It's legitimately got so like I feel bad for Dave Meltzer because it's so embarrassing at this point. Like every time, and it's like it's a trackable trend. It's a trackable pattern, Nick, where every time some positive news comes out of AEW, there's Dave to fucking muddle it all up. And if I was Tony Khan, I would smack fucking Uncle Dave on the ass and tell him, get on your fucking way later, buddy, and distance yourself as far from Dave Meltzer as possible. He is hurting your company on a fucking constant by continuing the negative rhetoric, but it's all opinion based. People are reporting fucking Dave Meltzer like he's got facts. He is guessing at best on any of this shit. But his most recent kind of fucking, podcast of note, where him and his little sidekick, where Brian, I don't know you, but man, you seem like Jeff Dunham, one of Jeff Dunham's puppets, bud. It's a rough shake. Like,
but that's what Dave is for Tony and for the EVP
for the Bucks, and it's obvious, right? Like to me, Nick, it's like the kid on the block that no matter what the fucking kid did, the mom was like, he's such an angel. That's what like it has become, where he's literally retelling history or stories in his own opinion, and we'll just bypass how we got to places. Well, Punk's clearly bad, and why, of course Punk wants to work with the Bucks. Who the fuck are the Bucks? Realistically, who are the Bucks? And if any AEW fan out there, and I had a couple mad at me already today, if anyone out there does not believe that CM Punk is good for business, telling this story would have happened. If this was a decade ago, 2 decades ago, this is an automatic, you guys are going to the ring with it. Ask fucking Matt Hardy and fucking Edge how that works. You're going to the ring with your bullshit and you're going to sell. It's all about making the company better. And I've said this from day one. As long as people are holding back this company, it's never going to be what us fans really want for it or what it's supposed to be. And I actually feel bad for Tony because he's fucking up. And this is a moment for him where he can put his foot down and say, you know what? This is my place. I pay the fucking bills. This is what I want to happen. Anybody that doesn't see this the way I do, you got to go. And I don't care how close you are. But you can't have Dave Meltzer continually talking out of his asshole and causing nothing but discord. He's had issues with FTR. I have no idea why. Nick, do you know what FTR did wrong?
I think they've just came back at Dave rather than just letting him go with his whole narrative.
You mean someone called him on his bullshit and he didn't like it? Wow.
Yeah, an actual wrestler just avowed Dave Meltzer's word. But
right.
we're sorry, I didn't know if you have more, but we're back from commercial. We've got Solo versus Ray kicking off. So again, if you haven't done so already, give me a prediction.
I'm going Solo.
Well, I'm very clearly taking Solo. I was trying to think of my response to your whole.
Well, it's frustrating me as an AEW fan. And what I think Tony needs to realize is all this bullshit that's leaked every fucking day from this company. It is so Mickey Mouse. It is so WCW. Like this is what the NWO in the fall of it, WCW would have been like if they all had fucking Twitter accounts. Could you imagine Scott Hall and Kevin Nash in their heyday with Twitter?
Oh my God.
But that's the problem right now is if the Bucks are truly in the way of making business happen, there's no positive spin. And Meltzer's like the mom on the fucking, they're just jealous, guys. They're just jealous. You are awesome too. Yes, you are. You're great.
But
and that's what this is like.
Back to, and I want to touch on some of these comments here in a second, but to your point about if Nash and Hall had Twitter, that's the thing that was now we have their equivalents, and now we have Eric Bischoff with Twitter as well, essentially. Shit. So that's the whole situation with that. But Rez, what up? Meltzer's just clickbait now. I laugh at it anymore.
But the funny part for me and why I think we should all hashtag cancel Dave, like we should all boycott the Observer and see if it changes his fucking tune. And I wish I could get it going. I wish I had enough reach, but maybe I do. But if we could like hashtag boycott the Observer and literally just fuck with him, because he literally is making it hard for that company to move forward. You're keeping it in the super indie category. Tony wants to compete with the WWE. He wants to do grandiose shows and big shit. And here's Uncle Dave playing fucking Dance Mom and fucking mixing everything up constantly. Just running his mouth. And it's not helping anybody. It's not.
But the thing is no one sees that except for people on the outside. TK doesn't see that. The Bucks don't see that. Dave doesn't see that.
TK needs to
just take that whole clip that KJ's just take all of this as a clip and just send it to Uncle Dave. I'm sure we'll get by real quick.
It's embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for him because when he can go live and sit there and him and Brian's just like, yeah, Dave. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, Dave. Are you fucking kidding me? CM Punk was the biggest draw in this company's history as per Tony Khan, not KJ White. Tony Khan. I know it's a fun thing called facts, Dave. You should try them sometime. But he was their biggest draw. He got more people to tune in. He got more people to watch. More people cared when Punk was around. And now you have a chance, what we said from day one. This is a money fucking booking. if you can book this 6-man tag, it is fucking epic. If you can sell us on some potatoes, you'll have a whole fucking lot of people interested. But as long as Dave Meltzer's stirring the pot and he's at the beck and call, like, I don't know what the Bucks have on this man. If it's just like an eyes wide shut type thing, I don't know what the deal is. But whatever the connection is with the Bucks, where he thinks he's fucking cool, I know I'm talking all over this whole match.
Dave got his resurgence as a
Yeah.
reporter and everything, and as a source because of the Bucks and because of the whole thing with All Out or All In, all that, I feel. And so now he's gone full board with them. He's in a toxic relationship and he doesn't know how to get out.
I just think he's fucking up my show. Like, I mean, I want to see Wembley be fucking banging. I want him to show up on Wednesday and have it a good show. And all these rumors and, oh, this is happening, that's happening. Like, you know what? Take a breath, and just keep some shit to yourselves. Just a little bit of shit.
Fair enough. Well, I will take a breath and remind everybody right now that Ray and Solo just got both dumped out onto the outside, and we're back in commercial.
I talked through a whole segment. There we go.
Well, I mean, it happens sometimes. You gotta outword Dave and outrun him in terms of taking up time talking about things, and it's a hard task to do.
I used to read I used to read The Observer all the fucking time as a kid growing up. Like, I mean, that's where you got your wrestling information, and the guy knows a shit ton about wrestling. That's what this is, because he's smarter than he's behaving. So he's doing this shit. Because there had to be a moment where you'd sit him down and go, Dave, do you really think that what you just said? He'd be like, no, it just keeps me cool. I'd buy that. That's exactly what this feels like.
Absolutely. Well, Vance is agreeing with you. If you tell him the honest truth, and that's what we do around here. Even if we're right, we're right. If we're wrong. We admit it. We sit there and go off of literally live reaction. This is the honest truth as much as we can give it, I guess.
Right. Well, that's it, man. And I don't know apples from apples, but at the end of the day,
we don't have the inside scoops. We don't get, an extra ticket to a show or anything like that. If we, say nice things about so-and-so or, any of that. Christ, I've had it out with Cole Radrick because of stuff I've said on here. It's not like I put around and got VIP tickets to GCW or something.
Soon. They're coming.
Yeah, soon.
But that all being said, Nick, it's just like I said, as a fan, and what I think the most detrimental thing about the Dave Meltzer bullshit and the leaks to Meltzer and Meltzer just like so-and-so, it's always unnamed fucking sources. I'll tell you what, if you guys want to start putting out fucking stories, give me a source. Let me know who told you. This, like, somebody who knew somebody. It's like that Veronica Vaughn. That's what every fucking story is.
Is one fine piece of ace.
Right? Like, a friend of a friend of a friend. No, he didn't. Yeah, that's what's happening here. And the most detrimental part of this, Nick, is you have AEW fans arguing amongst themselves. And it becomes a toxic environment. Like, literally, if you're online and you can disagree with the book, you instantly are on, like, the wrong side of the tribe. The tribalism pushes you that way. And that's every time he stirs up shit like this, you're dividing your fan base. You want your fan base to come together and build and grow and get past that, like, 900,000, 850,000 weekly views. You want to kind of build on that.
But that's because there's a super core audience. And by the way, shout out Mike, the MWO. What up?
Hey.
But 100%, there's that core audience that is super tribalism, that is almost with blinders on when it comes to AEW and any sort of news, anything that says anything about anything when it comes to them. And then you have guys like us and beyond that want what's truly best for this company and want a truly strong number 2 promotion in the US.
Like, it just, in what world? Me and you get in a disagreement, right? And then, we have our time apart. The channel goes quiet. You come back to me and say, hey, let's work this out. And I'm like, no, fuck you. I don't want to work with you. I'm the dick. I'm not willing. I'm being unprofessional. I'm being childish. I'm not letting go of shit. Like, and that in this case, oh, well, wait, it's got to be gaslighting. They don't really mean it. What you don't understand is FTR just signed for 4 years. That's the rumor, right? 4 years.
That's confirmed.
Company. What's that?
I was just saying it is confirmed. And I will, like Rez said, we are watching Monday Night Raw.
Yes, I completely forgot about Monday Night Raw, which we got.
No, you're fine. Finish your point, because I got a point I want to bring up on that too.
But where was I going with that? I forgot the last thing I said.
You were talking about
the Meltzer has
vitamins getting involved here.
Yeah, so it's short-term memory, not great. Oh, Solo throwing punches. But yeah, so I mean, that's what ultimately what I was saying was like the fan base turning on itself and arguing amongst themselves about what.
Oh, you were talking about how FTR just signed a 4-year deal.
Oh yeah, so they signed a 4-year deal. When people are saying, "Oh, they're gaslighting and they're trying to fucking do this and that," no. They want the historic moments. They want the best booking possible. That's why they went under to the Bucks when they first got there. Now we need the rubber match, and now we need some push on this. This Punk story has to come out to money, and I think Tony knows it. But I think he has to have this moment, and this might be the come to Jesus revolutionary moment for AEW, where he sits everybody in the fucking room and says, "This is what I want. If you don't agree with it, the door is there. Have fun at WWE Catering. Bye." And move forward with those who want to play.
Absolutely. Solo with a 2 count. And yes, we did get Aloha Solo. Yeah.
Yes.
Take a breath. The clamp coming down with the vapors there. Mike saying, I don't drink the Meltzer Kool-Aid. Meltzer has like 500 subs. Paying him this much attention is what feeds him. I hadn't. Oh, he's like the giant animatronic attractions and everything come to life on The Simpsons. Just don't look. Don't look.
Big Samoan drop by Solo, Nick.
Absolutely. I had no idea anything Meltzer said until Punk sent out his IG post. Too many care too much about this idiot. Fair enough.
It's because it's disruptive, and there are too many people that care about
619
problem. Right? He has that hardcore audience that thinks that everything
West Coast pop. Is true. Two count.
6.
Yeah, it just goes into
619. Yo,
mm-hmm.
Raw must have got shimmy to another channel. I got it on the Outdoor Life Network. That's hilarious.
That's Canada, y'all.
Yeah, that's definitely Canada.
For those in the U.S., which is probably a vast majority of us,
you got it on U.S.
USA. But to me, the whole making it seem like Punk's trying to play a game with them by saying he wants to do business with them. That to me is a step in the right direction. Like, I know we talked about it before, of that he literally this now puts the ball firmly in the elite's corner, the EVP's corner of, you got to do something with this, otherwise you come out looking like the asshole. So you're not wrong on that. Oh, Russo's coming out. The LWO pops up out of nowhere. Sneak attack.
This is getting really crazy.
This has a big match feel.
Out of the crowd.
LWO. And Solo caught him for the 619.
A good pop for LWO.
They've gotten over. Legado del Fantasma was not over, but LWO is. Ray setting up for the 619.
More wrestling fans can actually say it. Blocked.
Yeah. Luo. Solo moves out of the way. He's going to hit the small one spike. 1, 2, 3.
Big pop.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Well, since the LWO's there. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no. What?
Solo can't take an L, and Ray's certainly taken enough of them. So
yeah, no, I didn't think Solo was. I thought he was. Okay, yeah. My pick was Solo, but I thought, like, oh, fuck, Ray's got this.
Well, when you saw the LWO come out there in the 619 and all that, but and now the Bloodline taking out the LWO. So we're getting WWE's version of gang warfare, I feel. We've got the Bloodline, we've got Judgment Day, we've got the LWO. But you know what the Bloodline doesn't have yet?
Is War Games coming up?
No.
I'm just being funny.
That's not till the fall.
War Games at SummerSlam.
I mean, don't tempt me. Don't give me hope. Don't do that.
Right?
Don't give me hope. Curtis is 1-0. Damien's 1-0. Larry says, like I said, we knew this was coming. Fair enough. David, have you seen the NWO Wolfpack shirt being sold on WWE Shop? Has the WWE logo under the NWO logo? Shaking my head. Well, it is their product at this point.
Wow.
John, hi, KJ and Nick. I still can't find you guys on Twitter. Well, they're literally going by as I'm reading this comment right now.
There you go.
I believe. If not, they're in the description on the video, on the channel, everywhere.
It should be.
Right? If not, you got us on Insta and we'll send it to you that way. NHL playoffs, Raw got 6 channels.
Real quick, the Usos are popping everybody like a balloon.
Right?
Spike.
I don't see Conan showing up to do anything with WWE outside of the Hall of Fame stuff. But
I mean, he did well, but I don't see that.
No, but he can't. The man can't go in the ring or anything. The man can't take a bump. So why are we trying to put that on him? Yeah, Excalibur agrees with you. David, they have to. Marzaro Chono has the rights to. Oh, so he's saying how so-and-so has the rights to NWO logo. Fair enough. Bring in Los Lotharios. There we go. We'll just keep adding to it.
Los Lobos. All right. So the Usos and Solo walking away not only victorious, but layeth the ass whooping.
Well, we're backstage getting Gable and Otis. They're trying to argue about if one of them gets drafted one way to a one show, the other one goes with them.
Oh, at least they're talking about the draft, though.
But and everybody reported this like it was a goddamn news story again. It's like, well, no, I think we all kind of could put 2 and 2 together and maybe get 4 of when they're like, oh, well, they did it around the NFL draft, for a purpose and for a reason. No shit, Sherlock. Thank you for telling me that. That's why they did it. That's why they put it at that time, because it's going to get and people are going to be searching draft, and they're going to get WWE draft mixed in with their NFL draft. That's why.
This is bad.
Are you talking about Kevin Patrick or?
No, I'm just finishing up with you're about 15 to 20 seconds ahead of me.
How did that happen? It's normally the other way around. It's because of
it's this
your beloved hockey and your beloved NHL playoffs have been your downfall.
Yeah, what's going on in the playoffs tonight? I don't even know. Shit.
Somebody was saying the Bruins were up 1-0. I think it was
that doesn't surprise me.
Or Ronnie was saying how they were up 1-0 and was cheering for the Bruins.
Okay.
We're getting a replay of the triple threat match last week.
What's about us? What's about Raven?
Ratnick saying meth head sitting behind commentary. Why?
Thank
you, Liz. Dealing with injury. That's why she will not be on Raw tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, Dale. I have heard that, and I don't get why this is a goddamn news story outside of the fact, she tweeted it out. Fair enough. Maybe she was just letting people know. I still think there's a good chance she's going to show up. Oh, but
maybe it's part of she tweeted it out because last week she got screwed over by her friend and lost her belt. Maybe she's taking the week off and tweeted it out so people would be like, oh my God. But, let's, getting away from the clickbait. We got reasons.
Right, but we're getting Bianca versus Dakota coming up next. So strap on and strap in, because I think that's going to be a hell of a match. And I think we'll get more into the whole story of, speaking of one of the 4 horsemen or horsewomen, that Bailey's probably on the outs with damage control.
Yeah,
control
100%. They're making this one quite obvious. I'm just curious, are we going to get babyface Bailey? Wow.
But I think it goes back to one of those. Is that KJ's twin sitting behind the commentary desk? I don't know. We're gonna have to pay attention.
I'm gonna take a look. If I'm insulted, you'll know it.
But it's one of those that now I forgot what we were just talking about.
It happens, bro.
We were talking about Becky and everything like that.
Yeah, Becky being
because I think it goes back to, you don't think that these wrestlers are going to try and work the dirt sheets a little bit, that WWE doesn't know what's going on. By the way, we're on commercial again, but that WWE doesn't know what's going on with Drew blacked everything out on Twitter. You really think that they don't know that? Where do you think half these sources get their information from? Becky's tweeting it out because I've seen people say it's because she's trying to go to Hollywood, because she thinks that or because she wants to renegotiate her contract, or her contract isn't up till June 2024. Like, people are looking for negative shit with WWE, so they're going to feed into it because guess what? You're getting worked. Yeah,
right. I'll give Uncle Dave a call and find out what's up with Becky. Yep.
He'll tell you she's all elite is what it is.
Yeah, her and Britt bumped into each other, at the club, and one thing led to another. She's leaving Seth Rollins, joining AEW. Yeah.
Yeah, when did Wrestle News Now, the guy that's like WWE is unhappy with Brock Lesnar? That dude, those terrible videos had as much credibility as Dave Meltzer, arguably the guy that inspired a lot of us to get into talking about professional wrestling and trying to make a career out of doing it.
Well, I mean, and I think what people forget sometimes that we're dealing with reality. Like, we're dealing with real life, and we're dealing with things like contracts. There's certain rules and parameters and conduct that you must adhere to. So if you think that everyone's just running ripshaw and walking out of fucking bookings and, walking out of shows left, right, and center and just no showing shit, well, then you might be a little daft. Realistic.
No, you're getting worked is what
you're
it is. People haven't gotten worked in quite a long time. Now they don't. Now everybody's got thumbs and a Twitter box that they can turn around and just shoot out their opinion as fast as it goes into their head, right or wrong.
Bayley as a face, a terrible idea. How do you feel about that?
No, not at all.
You don't?
I like Bayley as a face.
So you're gonna be happy with the wacky waveable?
I don't think we go back to that. You could go back to her as just badass Bayley.
Okay. Oh, just like a little.
You don't have to do one of the two.
Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. I just assume.
You just assume we get wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2-man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2-man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing 2-man.
Yeah, those things. But yeah, no. So I mean, what do you do with Bayley even if she stays heel now?
She goes for no, she can't go for the title because Bianca's babyface. Who's a heel on the Raw women's division outside of Bayley and Damage Control? Well, Trish, but Trish is going to be tied up with Becky.
Yeah, that's novelty heel. Charlotte, who's taking time off. Who else is
Charlotte SmackDown.
I know. I'm thinking aloud in general. Now the question gets bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, Nikki Cross kind of might be. We don't know. Xia Li shows signs of being a heel, but we'd never see her, so who knows? Shotzi's been everything. We're not quite sure.
Right.
Yeah, the division's struggling right now, bro.
Larry, this is a perfect time to mention this because I know we've missed half a dozen, if not beyond that, comments and everything.
Yeah.
We do have the super chat, the super stickers, all of that. If you want to make sure you get a point across, or if you want to just help support the channel, Larry, unfortunately, that means you might have to expand the thing and everything like that if you're talking a little bit much there.
So, sometimes simplifying your point is a good idea.
Yeah, we
coming from me,
that constantly. I was going to say, pop meet kettle with that.
Right,
we need
Dewey's
some
on the way out. Oh, no, that's not Dewey. That's
Dakota. What the
fuck?
Right, where'd you get that?
We
need some NXT call-ups. That's what we need.
I thought the screen said Dewdrop, but I guess
you just saw a D and your mind just filled in the rest of it. Pause. Bring back Naomi. Well, I was saying we've got
where is Naomi?
We've got the LWO involved. We've got Judgment Day, and we've got the Bloodline. Guess who all of those have, or those three groups have, except for one.
Yeah,
Bloodline doesn't have a woman yet in the faction.
I like it. Naomi come to the aid of her hubby.
Now that I said that, we'll get Tamina, but I mean,
it's funny.
Respectfully.
I saw pictures of Tamina at she was backstage at WrestleMania, and I thought, man, they couldn't have just put her on something like always there. Right.
But so we've got Bianca versus Dakota Kai, folks. So if you haven't done so already, give us your prediction. I think I saw a couple people already taking Bianca.
Yeah.
Who are you taking, sir?
I'm going to take Bianca. I mean, again, what I find really interesting, where I know we haven't actually talked about it a lot tonight, Nick, is the whole Vince versus Triple H and how much control does Vince have. What I find really interesting with the booking of WWE as of late is it feels like we're going back to shit we already put to bed. Like, why is Dakota Kai booked against Belair? Why is Bobby booked against Theory? Like, it feels like maybe Vince wasn't watching and was like, do it again. Like,
no, I think it's here. I think it's that whole Vince Hunter thing is just done and dusted. Of like we said before, or I said before, of that it was a one-off thing, and everybody got their fucking panties in a twist because they were upset, and it was a perfect shitstorm after Cody. You're telling me SmackDown was booked by Vince 100%. He still had as much influence and as much impact in that as he did the Raw after Mania.
I think I don't think he was planning to be a one-off. I do think they sat him down and said, like, Vince, listen, you can send me all the notes and tips you want. Just shut the fuck up and let's just cool this off. You need to go sit elsewhere. You can't have an office at Raw.
Hunter notes and Steph just takes the letter and instantly puts it in like the furnace or the shredder or the fireplace, what have you.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Right.
Bianca retains Belair. Yeah, Belair's already dusted Damage Control as a collective multiple times. One of the reasons
it was why Bailey. She had a lot of matches with Bailey.
Well, no, but like even the ladder match, she takes on Bailey. Bailey gets two friends to help, and Bianca won.
Yeah.
They look weak as shit. They've never looked strong. And part of it was the interaction between Belair. They ended up on the wrong side of a lot of it.
Well, and that goes to Steve Money's point here a bit with, is this the Control Delete breakup moment? I feel a bit that's where they hit the Alt F4 as
the Alt F4.
Now we're back in commercial again. It's been commercial heavy so far. We're just
heavy.
But Dakota with the pump kick onto Bianca into the turnbuckle.
Right.
But I think it was Eric Bischoff, actually, as much as I pot shotted at that man, but who brought up the point of it's actually Vince Russo. I felt dirty even saying that, but
that's all right. I mean, call a spade a spade. What do you say?
About how they've done nothing so far as Control Delete Damage Control to make us care about them. So why would we care about the breakup? This has been an entire flop since their debut. It has been nothing but a downhill slope.
This literally should be a backstage segment where they all look at each other and go, yeah, didn't really work. Handshake and walk off.
Just shrug and walk off.
Yeah. Good try, guys.
Yeah.
See you next week. Like, yeah, I just let it go. But, yeah, I mean.
Damage Control is proof that Levesque is an overrated booker.
Ooh.
No, it's proof that he doesn't always hit home runs. And sometimes when people want to jump to it being a Vince storyline, it's a Paul thing.
Listen, I think what I was going to say, like when you brought up Russo and then you brought up Bischoff, I think it's a testament to us where we always do try and I said it. I was joking the other day because, Tommy Dreamer was on a roll where I was like just agreeing with him. Jericho hit me a couple times in the last week where I'm like, fuck, I agree with Jericho on that. And there are,
I've agreed with Bully.
Right? Yeah, you try and Bully just wants your whole gimmick gone. So you try and take the bad and good out of everybody, right? And I mean, to say ultimately that Triple H is a overrated booker might be an overstatement, but it means he's not perfect. I mean, we've been right here along for the ride going, like, what happened to Karrion Kross? What are you doing with Jonah? Where the fuck is LA Knight? What are we doing with Damage Control? So yeah, fair's fair.
Absolutely. Where was it? Oh, Bianca might start getting stale. And then
Yes.
Simone instantly follows up with, I think what we could both agree with her. She's there for me.
Ding.
Already there. Already gone. Left a while ago. And
it's
then,
yeah, it's twofold, right? It's one, she's a little stale.
bland babyface
Without any real challenge. Damage control never made you feel like, oh my God, she's gonna lose it. Even the Becky shit, you never really felt like it, right? Like,
well, and when they did have a credible threat, they booked them into oblivion to where they don't feel credible anymore. Like Asuka. There was no real build for her match with Asuka going into Rumble outside of just a couple of stare downs every now and then.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And I mean, again, we kind of saw it with, if you're going to be a compelling champion, you need compelling challengers. Like, that's the importance of building your roster and building storylines outside of the main storylines that matter, because you want the next challenger that people give a fuck about.
Right. As Ratner hits us with a bro. I don't know if I read that in if Russo's voice or Riddle's voice.
Yeah, is that a bro or a bro?
Is that a bro or is that a bro? EO is number one contender. That's why this match, Theory versus Lashley, will be set up for Bronson.
Oh, look at the fact checker all over me.
But still, why are we having a setup for Bronson when him and Lashley just had a double count out in a match?
Just weird. Like, I mean, again, if it is a setup, it's surprising that it's.
Yeah, why is the U.S. champion in a setup?
Yeah, I mean, like, couldn't we do like Apollo versus Ali or something?
No, because one's on NXT. You'd have to do Lashley versus Bronson again or something.
Right. No, we'll get there with that, though. I understand. And then the other one, it's tongue-in-cheek. People can take me so seriously sometimes.
This is a what really grinds my gear moment. I feel like this has been a you know what really grinds my gear show. Suspended suplex from Bianca onto Dakota as we are back from action.
We're calling this episode Grr Mondays.
Grr Mondays. Tag hashtag Grr Monday.
That's what this show's been labeled.
Right. JD says female Cena. Yeah, a little bit. Oh, it was the Russo voice. Here's the thing, bro. Bro. Shout out Ashley, friend of the channel, Vince Russo.
Friend of the channel. Was. Might still be, might not be. Blockbuster by Belair. She's talented. She is. And I got no problem with her having multiple title runs. But you have to, they line up some really compelling challengers where the champion is at peril. Oh my God.
She's Thunder Rosa without the locker room hating her. She's been a really good babyface with no fucking solid heel to go against.
And there's another thing about the backstage bullshit. You need to cancel that fucking All Access. That fucking poor Thunder Rosa, man. Like, ladies got
never gonna want to come back there. I mean, he's Kawhi Leonard though of AEW of just I'm hurt. Hey,
yeah, right?
Thunder, do you want to come back? No, I'm hurt. What's wrong? I'm hurt.
I tweeted yesterday, like, fucking, she has become the CM Punk of the women's division.
Yeah, a little bit.
Same treatment, same bullshit, same rumors. Oh, she doesn't want to wrestle. She's fucking getting epidurals in her spine. And I've never had one, but it doesn't sound fun at all.
Not at all. Not at all. Raw is grr.
Raw is grr.
Raw is grr. Monday Night Raw. Jake, what up? I feel like WWE has never really got behind Bayley like they did the other three horsewomen of NXT, even Sasha, who was never handled poorly. Well, her tantrums backstage would lead you to believe otherwise. Like she was implanting Bayley's creative on herself.
Oh, wait, what?
No, it was really good for a while where they had, they did the Simba or the Mufasa scar spot of, brother, help me. Cody. 3, Bianca wins. What title was it on the line?
Oh, the KOD. Okay. Whew. I thought, like, if she rolled her up, I was going to be upset.
No, KOD 1, 2, 3.
I like when they let the women finish a match with a finisher.
I like when a match finishes with a finisher. I don't care. Women, fucking midgets, donkeys, whoever.
Right. Bianca retains is official.
But
She's
I
good.
do,
Just
yeah,
bland.
she's super athletic. Well, speaking of super athletic, but well, if she could pass a test, allegedly, Jordan Grace is reportedly her contract's either ending super soon with Impact or has
Oh,
already ended.
rumors.
But
Jordan Grace would
do
be a
we
good
see
shout.
her going anywhere besides Impact? I mean, she's been there pretty much the
You
vast
know
majority
what?
of her career.
I would argue lately, like especially the last few years here, there's been a good amount of loyalty shown to Impact for what they provide. And again, you have to look at yourself in the mirror sometimes and go, I'm a pretty big fish in this relatively small pond, or can I be, a really small fish in this pretty big pond, right? So
Well, and
you got to
even
have
then,
a lot of
hubby's there,
confidence.
so
What's that?
I said even then, hubby's there, so why leave?
That's the thing. Like her and her husband both work there. And I think that, yeah, I mean, if the offer's right, why wouldn't she? I think she's talented. I think she's
Right?
a hell of a wrestler.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. She's 100%. I know I've kind of made some jokes lately, but yeah, she's 100% a superstar.
Right. Now, Brock Lesnar in the replay here of what happened between Cody Rhodes and Brock. Dude, I've never been so happy for a bullshit turn in my life. Everybody was fucking mad, and I was in hysterics. I was fucking the fiddler on the roof just watching
You
the shit
called it
burn.
though from the jump, though. That's the thing.
I just didn't think they were ballsy enough to do it. That's why I was just talking shit. They weren't supposed to listen. Oh, he's gonna
Yeah, that was you. Holy shit, I didn't think you'd actually do it.
yeah, right.
Is that Tiger King behind commentary? Oh, yeah, we got to pay attention to who's behind commentary because apparently your doppelganger's back there. Now we've got Tiger King back there. There was only one man who could and should wear pink. Who?
Amen.
Who?
I'm Brad, I'm guessing.
What about the Macho Man? Yeah.
I mean, the Macho pulled off pink solid. I mean, the other members of the Heart Foundation were all right.
What about the Model Martel, Brutus the
That's
Barber
another good pink
Beefcake?
one.
There's a couple.
That's a good pink one.
Zigglypuff. Zigglypuff, half his stick is him being pink.
Touche.
Right.
True story.
2-0 Bruins, half our good players are sick tonight.
They're up 2-0, and half of our good players are sick. Or Florida's sick. You can't complain. Everybody battles. Yeah, 2-0.
Right.
The Hurricanes are up 2-1 on the Islanders. So there you go. There's your update.
There you go. There you go. I'm sure we've been here for the Super Bowl. We've been here for XFL. I'm sure we'll be here for the NHL at some point now.
Right. The Nets are up 49-44 on the 76ers. And I'm not reading baseball scores to anybody.
I was going to say my Lakers won. Well, my LeBron James has won.
Your LeBron James
the other day. I don't have a out-and-out basketball team. I'm a fan of LeBron.
Getting a commercial right now, folks, for NXT live tomorrow. We will be here for live coverage. We will be back at it again on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all week long. If you're just tuning in right now, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we are the alternative commentary to all the wrestling. And we are rolling along right now. Keep that chat going, folks. Having a lot of fun with the questions and the comments. And, of course, the records. I see Dale's 2-0 already tonight. So back at it
this
again.
Is very much the hashtag Gur Mondays episode.
Hashtag Gur Mondays.
Trish Stratus is raw. Pause. Ooh, baby, I like it raw.
Hey now.
Yeah, baby, I like
Hey
it
now.
raw. Shout out, man.
I heard that New York came out at the end there. That was actually really funny.
Wait, what?
The little bit in New York that came out at the end there when you pushed it.
Yeah.
I caught that.
ODB. Do you think Triple H is in charge? Yes. Oh, you chuckled. You chuckled.
Man, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, do I think Triple H is in like the head of creative? Yes. Do I think they put out a memo to say so? Yes. Do I think they leaked that shit so people stop bitching? Yes. Do I think Vince McMahon's got his crinkly little fingers all over a lot of shit all of a sudden? It's yes. I do think certain things are undeniable. I heard the term medical facility. That's Vince. Petty Vince.
LC Money, I clicked on that comment right as you said that. If injured wrestlers are going to a medical facility, who do you think is in charge? Listen, because that's a terminology of his in a promo, you think that man's calling every shot now.
Right.
No. That's not the case.
Maybe they did it on purpose. Hey, go say medical facility. Fuck with everybody.
Like I said, you don't think that they're trying to work people with half this shit? They know people are paying attention.
You generally don't. I mean, unless you're going to turn Vince into a full-time character, which would be hilarious at this point. I mean, there's no reason to fuck.
He's Vince McMahon,
right?
Sorry, I cut you off.
I think this one was for you. Did you get that one?
I did not click on that one. We got NXT tomorrow night. What? AW Dynamite Wednesday. What? Thursday night. I'm turning into Mel Kiper here. Thursday night Impact, Wrestling and Ring of Honor. What? And Friday night SmackDown and Rampage. What? Oh, because of the NBA playoffs. What? Oh yeah, they are going to be going on at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a whole bunch of shit. I mean, it is the season. Spring is in the air. Playoffs everywhere.
Man's trying to spit them hot bars. Rex, can you please? Well, I guess I'll cheers you.
Cheers.
The emoji might be looking like, but hello, cowboy match between the cow match. Why?
Rex, welcome. Making a statement.
I was gonna say, there's no Hangman Page here. No Millennial Cowboys.
Cowboy match between the cowbell match. We need more cowbell. That's all I know.
I have a yearning.
A yearning. Hey.
See, this works great. You're getting a
Jonah looking like belly.
Monstrous promo for Jonah. He's looking like a goddamn beast.
Do Americans know who Belly is?
Who?
He's a recording artist. He's a friend. Yeah, never mind.
I didn't hear the name, so.
Oh, I thought you were like, who? No. Belly.
The movie with Tupac?
No, that's with DMX.
Oh yeah, it was. Fuck, my bad.
I love that.
Yeah,
movie.
Tupac and
now we're gonna venture.
My rappers turned actors is getting blended together. A-Town, Nick, for the love of God, please don't cover the USFL. Is that because it's that bad, or are you saying that I'm that bad with my coverage?
Yo, that was a really good fucking pre-tape vignette for Bronson Reed, man. I really enjoyed that.
It reminded me of the Hall of Pain stuff a bit with Mark Henry.
Yeah, not bad. I liked it.
Right. Florida Panthers scored 2-1, so we're getting a live update on the Bruins Panthers game. As Heyman's backstage chilling with Judgment Day.
Yeah,
if he doesn't look out of fucking place.
Like he looks like the principal that just caught the kids smoking.
Yeah, I didn't know he turned into the Breakfast Club.
Do I smell pot?
Don't you forget about me. Don't.
Breakfast Club. I want to see that meme. Let's go, folks. What the fuck is that?
What? Cody, hi. Cody will be a Backlash. Well, apparently he's in the chat, allegedly. But yeah, no, I think 100% Cody will be Backlash.
Yeah, he's going to fight Brock at Backlash.
Bye, Paul. Says they literally he's having to shuffle off as he's talking to the phone to Roman.
Right, like. Yeah, they were definitely smoking the pot. It was the pot.
Vitamins.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because everybody's seen the clip going around of Roman of, I see you. Yeah, I know what you're doing. I smell it. Raquel is Rhea's kryptonite. Raquel beats Rhea and Rhea can go back to Raw. Oops, forgot brand split is no more. No, we're going to have the draft. But yeah, you were talking about Raquel joining Judgment Day. We got people half the time just making these wild, outlandish predictions that are just like, no chance, my guy.
Oh, wait. Tonight...
I know Vince ain't in charge, but you got no chance in hell with that.
Oh, there's only one. There's more than one. Not only one. There's more than one. Something.
Yeah,
Cody
and the other one's last name is Macklin after Impact.
There you go.
Well, Deanna and Macklin both left with the titles, and that was actually the first major wrestling pay-per-view that both the men's and women's championships were vacant going into the pay-per-view.
That's crazy. And in addition to that, when was the last time a husband and wife both won belts on the same night on the same show?
In back-to-back matches.
In back-to-back matches.
Got this shit going back-to-back.
I'm really happy for Deonna. She's kind of, like I said, she had no choice but to, take her foot off the gas. She was too hot for too long, right?
Right. Rex says, we need Cody Rhodes and Brock have a cowbell match. A strap match? A collar match?
Can we have a tractor match? They just drive tractors at each other?
No, because then it'd be like when you had Hogan the Giant on top of WCW there, and it's just there in fucking monster trucks, just can't do nothing. Larry, well, I that's been a minute, so you're either gonna have to resend it or you got the super chat, the super stickers, all that options, my guy. We're trying to get through everything. Trust me, there's half a dozen comments that we've missed.
Yeah, and somebody had put in the chat about not asking if we could read out our social media handles, so I have no problem doing that. I scrolled back up to see who said it. I apologize that I missed that. But everything, if you guys go to any type of social media, Wrasslin for Life, it's Wrasslin for Life N on Twitter, and it's Wrasslin for Life Remix for Life Network Ltd on Instagram. Go check them out there.
Fair enough. And if you want
just
to know,
like the
just
title,
leave another comment. But we've got Cody already out here cutting a promo. Adrenaline in my soul. Something. Brock Lesnar, come on out here.
We're getting fired up, Cody, tonight. I like it.
He's already popping Little Rock and all that. Where was it? Yeah, adrenaline in my soul. Tonight on Raw, we'll hear from Cody Rhodes.
People can say what they want, but they've been smart with Cody. They've been pretty smart with Cody. Hey, Pierce, you're not Brock.
I almost thought with the lighting and everything, I thought it was Paul coming out. I thought it was Hunter.
Did too.
I was like, Pierce, you just grow that beard a little bit more. You could do a quick, easy stand in there.
I don't think Pierce wants to hear that out loud, dude. I'll be honest. He might be the next guy to hit us up on the channel and be like, did Nick compare me to Heyman?
No, I'm not. I didn't say Heyman. I said Hunter.
Oh, you said Hunter. My bad. I think you said Heyman.
You just heard Paul and just thought I was talking about
ran with it. Yeah, the wrong Paul. My bad.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Scrap Daddy got big. Oh, and Adam Pearce is telling Cody to leave. I believe for his own safety.
Yeah, he's telling him to leave. He really is.
I ain't going nowhere.
He's not medically cleared to be here this evening.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Did he hurt his titty again?
He hurt his manhood is what he hurt. It's because of it, I guess, his ribs or whatever that he was selling. Gilly, they dropped the ball with Cody, in my opinion. We'll see. I'm holding out hope. I think this is his version of "It's hard times, baby. It's hard times being a."
This is what it is. Look, listen to the crowd reaction.
Yeah, he's coming back. Nope.
Listen to the crowd. They're pissed.
He's gonna plant a chair there, and he's gonna sit and wait for Brock. We're gonna get the takeover Monday Night Raw thing. Don't listen to them. Listen to me.
Oh, the crowd popped. There you go. No, exactly what you said. See, and you know what they did? They didn't let Cody give a big monologue tonight. You get under 50 words tonight because you used up your monthly words last week.
He didn't pay for this the extra package. Yeah. Been boring Raw so far. It's been an all right episode of Monday Night Raw. It hasn't blown the doors down, but we're starting off, actually. We started off the top of the hour with Cody. We've still got 2 hours to go, folks. As Brock's coming out right now.
The first, but listen to the crowd. I like it, man. The buzz in the crowd. Like, oh my God, what's going to happen?
Well, we've got plenty of security cards, local enhancement talent to be. Jobber, what? Brock Lesnar coming out here like Cowboy Taker.
I like Pierce, man.
If I could whistle, I'd be doing the like Clint Eastwood, you know, wah, 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 wah.
Right. That is amazing. It's fucking Underbrock.
Yeah. And Adam Pearce is making it official. Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes at Backlash. He's saying you don't do it tonight. Do it at Backlash. I was going to say, we got plenty of local enhancement talent. Cody's got a steel chair, and Brock's out there taunting him and saying, bring it on, big boy.
I like this. I like that Pierce is trying to save Cody from Brock. Like, I like that idea.
It gets him over as a fucking monster.
But what the fuck is Knight Rider Brock doing? Like, this is the funniest shit.
Well, Cody's now having to go through the security to fight them off so he can get to Brock.
You know,
like I said, this is hard times, baby.
That's all this is.
Instead of the gong, we get the bong for Brock for under Brock.
Under Brock, yeah.
Under Lesnar.
This is going to cost Rhodes a lot of money.
When you get suspended for doing shit like that, you'd have to pay a fine.
Brock Clint Lesnar.
Great segment. Oh,
wait, there's more.
Jumping and then the wave of security. When have you ever seen this much security at anything with WWE ever in your life?
Wow, is there more? This is like the fucking Matrix again? Like they're going to be coming out of the crowd.
Agent Smith.
Right? Oh, look, there it is.
Boy, there looks like Kenny.
Okay, I mean, people are going to hate on this. They're being like, oh, it's so bullshit. This is good shit. Brock laughing.
It makes Brock look like a dick, and it makes him look like this beast of literally they're having to try and keep Cody from hurting himself. Fuck. And that's what you do. If this is going to be hard times, baby, this is hard times, like Dusty. Then you fine or you suspend or anything like that with Cody because of his actions of taking out security on Monday Night Raw.
Again. He's punching again. Yeah.
Oh, everybody's just getting yeeted out.
We're trying to get some Austin vibes here. I've never seen so many security guards. It's amazing. Dunn walked into the local gym, was like, all of you in the truck.
Right. 1, little 2, little 3, little.
Why are people even running on him? Brock's gone now. What's the fine? 10,000 per dude?
We'll see. But that's what I'm saying. If you do that, and then again, it gets that whole
Cody's t-shirt around his ankles.
Hard time shit.
It got him over. The crowd's standing. We got a Cody chant. Trying to see if it's Cody not hurt at all. He shouldn't be.
I don't know if I like that line from Cody to end that. Brock Lesnar can wear a stupid little cowboy hat. Brock, I grew up around cowboys. You are not a cowboy. You are a coward. No. After all of that, yeah, that's a flat note to leave him on.
Right.
Yeah, see, he's a coward. Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Yeah.
Why did the white meat babyface stomp a mud hole in security? Because it's hard times out here, baby. It's hard times when you're out here trying to get after Brock Lesnar, Brock Taker. When he's out there coming out like a dead man, it's hard times out there.
Oh, that caught me. Not good. Too funny. No, that's what it is. And I mean, again, now there got to be some ramifications for that. We'll see how that plays out.
He looks like Rock Uncle Howdy. No, he came out in a duster. Why? Why did he need such a duster? Oh, fair enough. This man needs to recover after all that. But yeah, Stardust is dangerous. Apparently. But I like that segment. I thought it was not a bad shout. I know so far tonight's Monday Night Raw has been mostly really good segments. I think the first match was Solo and Ray was pretty good. But since then, it's been a little Yeah, but then again, we're coming off the heel still. If we're on that WrestleMania high still, we're trying to wind back down. If we got to remember we're building up to other shows. Not everything's going to be a fucking barn burner, knock it out of the gate home run. But it hasn't been bad. I'll say that. It's been just a lot of build with this Monday Night Raw. But we are in commercial break right now, folks. So I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Christ, we just did 7 days last week. We're here on Saturday even for GCW, on Sunday for Triple Mania and Rebellion with Impact. And we're here tonight for Monday Night Raw. We're going to be back for Tuesday night NXT, Wednesday night Dynamite, Thursday we're here covering Ring of Honor and Impact. KJ and Luna Havoc will be here covering that. And then Friday, we're back at it like a jackrabbit for Friday Night SmackDown and Rampage, which I think might be airing at the same time because of the NBA playoffs. And you never know what we're going to end up popping up with on Saturdays or Sundays. But so absolutely, thank you to everybody that's here right now, everybody that's tuned in, everybody that's tuning in. But be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Just like you acknowledge that tribal chief. When you put up that one, use that one and, hit that bell, hit that subscribe, hit that share button, all of that. Hit that like button. We're 100% a channel for fans, by fans. Christ, half the people that are in the chats right now still remember when I was in there in the chat with them, talking about the show. We're still fastest growing channel on YouTube, still just barely over a year old, and killing it. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. What? And there's my whole long-winded sales pitch. But every little bit of support, everything that you guys do, whether it's liking the videos, sharing the videos, letting everybody that you know, means the world to us, and it does nothing but help us out. And that's the thing, is we love doing this, and the end goal is to make this what we do. We just want to keep bringing more content, more guests, more interviews, more, covering more shows, more production, going to that, all of that. Just want to keep expanding, keep growing. So help us, help me to help you. J-Boy, I appreciate it. Now Brock's on the first thing, smoking back to Saskatchewan. Yeah, he's probably flying private. Or did he just, with that duster, did he just ride his horse there and he's just got to ride his horse back across the battle or the border there? But it'd be a little bit of a hike there from Arkansas. SmackDown, maybe it's raining. What? Cody said, "You're patient. I'm not on this segment." Okie dokie. Didn't CM Punk say that's not cowboy shit, that's coward shit towards Hangman? He might have, actually. So, I see what you're doing there. We might get a little tease, a little nod, a little tip of the cap there. Maybe. Yeah, you already popped KJ with that. Brock puffing the Saskatoon stuff. This is Christ. That made me chuckle so much I can't even get it out. The Saskatchewan. But I'm right now getting an ad for SummerSlam, which, like I said, was the fastest selling, I guess, non-WrestleMania show for WWE. They sold, I think it was 38,000. I want to say it was just under like 40,000 pre-sale tickets for it. So interesting though, a little bit, that WWE's pre-sales for SummerSlam are almost a little close to Wembley, but that is a reach there a bit. Cowboy Throwdown, Brock versus Hangman. Page would not survive that. Brock would just throw him from pillar to post, I feel. But we are getting a replay of what we literally just saw right before a commercial break. And now we're getting Brock backstage. Who's going to be the poor, sad soul that tries to interview him or get in his way? Or we're just watching him walk off? Why did we just get him walking off? But anyways, but it is so official at Backlash. We're going to get Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. live Saturday, May 6th, brought to you by Mike's Hard Lemonade, Xfinity, 10G Network, streaming on Peacock, brought to you by Bad Bunny. By the way, if you didn't know, it's in Puerto Rico, but we will be here live for that, folks. I changed from Raw to the Bruins game. Roddy, fair enough. You can. I was getting bored of Raw. Well, at least you're not getting bored of us, so I'll give you that. So you can let us. You can be our NHL correspondent for the Bruins Panthers game. We still have Seth Rollins versus The Miz to come, and Bobby Lashley versus Theory. Absolutely, and actually, we're right now getting The Miz coming out. So it looks like we're getting The Miz versus Seth Rollins right now. So you can absolutely, folks, let me know. As I'm getting with my light. You can let me know your prediction for The Miz versus Rollins, and do we get a Logan Paul sighting after his clearly not photoshopped contract re-signing with the WWE? Do we continue with the Logan Seth storyline, anything like that, or do we build to something new with Rollins, or maybe build a storyline with The Miz outside of his wife talking about his huevos? Did Cody take more security than Wardlow? Oh, that's a good question. So I will have to run that back. If I would have seen that before, I would have done the little counter: 1, little 2, little 3, little security guard, 4, little 5, because Wardlow faced 20 in one match. So, take out. Yeah, I got what you're saying. Dallas Cowboys suck. I agree. I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, so we'll agree on that. I agree. So much filler. Does WWE really have to repeat what happened in the last segment? That I'll give you. That was not necessary. To me, most of this hasn't. I wouldn't say it's been filler. I think it's just been building. That's the thing is you do still have to realize we're building to Backlash. We're still building. It's not like they have a pay-per-view in the next week. There's still got to be some storyline building, some progression. We're building to the draft. We're building towards even SummerSlam after Backlash, all of that. But we've got Seth Rollins coming up right now, and the crowd's just still singing right along with him. If he's just naturally turned into the biggest baby face, or I don't want to say the biggest, but one of the biggest in WWE, as Miz jumps him. He WCW'd him. Jumped him from behind. It'd be nice if WWE can get the Colognes, all 3 of them, to help out Bad Bunny. Fair enough. We'll just get Carlito of, I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool. Seth Rollins for the win. If JR called Stone Cold a white meat, I'd have to hear the context, because he's certainly not a white meat baby face. It means a squeaky clean face, not a drunken everyman angry at the system. Who said that? Well, y'all have it out. I guess all the times good old JR called him a white meat baby face, he was wrong. Yeah, no, I don't remember. I didn't even really hear much of the term of a white meat baby face, honestly, until hearing guys like Cornette, etc., talk about it. JR was never a guy really calling, especially a guy like Austin, a white meat baby face. He was, if anything, the ultimate tweener. He was the guy that was supposed to be the ass kicker that everybody cheered for. Like, theoretically, if people didn't cheer for him, Austin would have been a fucking heel. But anyways, CM Punk is a wise man guy. Oh, yeah, he is a Heyman guy. It took me a minute there to get what you were getting at. Since when does the Miz the contest of the most ridiculous dress between him and Seth Rollins? Oh, I get you. Since when does the Miz? Oh, I get you now. It took me a minute. Vitamins, folks. Suicide dive from Rollins, and I popped at Corey Graves' comment there of, I'm like Statler and Waldorf here tonight. I'm just doing it all. Oh, God, trust me, there's been plenty of times me and KJ have felt 100% like that, of just Statler and Wardolph, of just old men yelling at wrestling. But that's a really good visual, though, of Rollins with the double suicide dives and then the big pop, right in the camera's face there, as pauses as the crowd just sings along with his theme. I'm waiting till we get Roman versus Rollins again, because I think that's a feud. If we're going to do a match at SummerSlam, that's the match that I do at SummerSlam, is we build somehow, some way to Rollins versus Roman at SummerSlam. If we can. I feel like if we're not going to get Roman at Backlash, do we get Riddle versus Roman at SummerSlam? I don't want that. Cody Rhodes took on the whole class of NXT 2025 and 2026, so I say Cody Rhodes. Fair enough. Seth Rollins win. Tonight is the first time ever I heard white meat babyface. What does that mean? It means the purest of purest babyface, in that terms of the stereotypical good guy, the clean cut, the Boy Scout baby face, like Captain America, you would say, for the most part of what people perceive of him, is a white meat baby face. A little bit too with like Superman is a bit of a white meat baby face of that. They are the perennial Boy Scout. They will always do the right thing, whether it be at a detriment to even themselves. Hearing that Nick Khan talking about having edgier third hour of Monday Night Raw, that wouldn't be a bad show. It would probably be a good thing, if I'm being honest. But then again, they've tried that before. That's what they were trying with when they did the Raw Underground and segments like that. But it depends. Well, if you go that way with it, it's two camp. But it always did seem like, and I get it makes sense because of at that point it's the past 10 o'clock hour and everything. But the last hour of Raw during the Attitude Era always did seem to kind of ramp up a little bit. EC dub. Fair enough. But I will remind everybody we're on commercial break right now, in case you didn't know. I thought JR usually said Austin saw but a mud hole on him. That's not a white meat baby face. Now we're breaking down wrestling terms. Fair enough. The visionary Seth Rollins in control. Yes, he was as we went to commercial. Are you excited for Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs again for the TNT Championship? I'm going to say no, and I'll say why, because it's on a Dynamite. If you were going to rebuild to that, and granted, I haven't been excited because of what they've been doing with Hobbs, because of the whole QT Marshall bullshit. But if you were going to build back towards Hobbs versus Wardlow, make that a match for Double or Nothing. That's what I would do. You don't need to sit there and build that up to be, just a throwaway, a filler at the top of the hour, say, for a Dynamite. Roman and The Rock. Alrighty, are we just naming wrestlers at this point? Nick, isn't this match book weird? I mean, lately Miz has been booked as a BS jobber and Seth an untouchable babyface. But you can't just have everybody always stay at that same level or be booked always against the same levels, because then you just get tired and you get people saying that, oh, they keep booking the same shit. Miz is still a credible guy. Miz is still a guy that, as much as people might boo it and foo-foo it and everything, you could still book him in a main event-y type feud, and you'd have to at least acknowledge it and go with it a bit and respect it, because he's a former world champion. And I think Rollins needs something to do in the meantime that still is credible, but isn't Logan Paul and isn't, if we get what I was hoping for of him versus Roman at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think it's what I would describe as a setup match. I feel like there might something come of this, not between them two. Miz is a good hand at this point where he'll give a decent match. Nobody really likes him, so it's easy for Seth to be a huge baby face. And if Miz loses, nobody gives a shit. He'll be back next week doing the same shit.
Right.
Listen to the crowd.
Nick, if we Seth versus Roman, Seth should beat Roman for the Raw Championship. That depends on if they split him up and everything.
We'll see.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, Sling Blade. You're welcome, Larry. I didn't mute myself. I just was quiet for 10 seconds. I know I talk a lot, so when I don't talk,
everyone's like, "Oh."
Muted, but yeah, I stopped for 10 seconds. They're like, "You're muted. You're muted." No,
right? Your shit's broken.
Right.
Wow.
At this rate, how long until we see a Hater versus Baker feud? That's the feud we should have had.
When we get it now, it's overdue, and I'm worried that it's going to get less of a pop than it would have when you first did it.
Oh, it's gonna die a death. There's not going to be enough build, or unless you really go with it and drag it out.
I will preempt my next comment with I'm an AEW fan, and this Outcast stuff has been awful. And maybe there's some diehard AEW fans who are like, no, it's great. I love it. Let me know. But this Outcast stuff has been horrible. It is like Alt Control Delete. They are one and the same. Useless.
Yeah, 100%. You nailed it right on the head. There's been nothing that has worked with this whole Outcast thing. It's ladies NWO, and it's been flatter than a fucking it's gone over like a goddamn turd in a punch bowl. Is what I was trying to.
Yeah, it's been a fucking lead balloon, my friend.
Right, there we go. Thank you. Bad guys have the title longer than baby faces.
Yep.
Depends. How long did Hogan have the title?
Yeah, that's true. It depends, right? Cena had a lot of long title runs as well. It all depends on circumstance, but generally, because everyone's so into the baby faces story to get to the belt, a lot of times they lose their shine quicker because now they want the next up and coming guy.
Yes, roll up 2 count. Sorry.
No, you're good. Nice call. But
yeah. Miz with the code breaker. WWC Sting was the best in the world. Yeah, at one point.
Still one of the most disappointing things in all of wrestling history. When we talk about the comparables between WCW and AEW, I mean that doesn't work for me, brother. And that Sting, that non-Sting payoff, whoo, took 12 months in the making, and we watched like that. Where people imagine there was Twitter and the IWC the way it exists now with the outrage of Sting not going over Hogan. I mean, people would have lost their fucking mind.
Absolutely. Super kick from Rollins after you had back and forth roll-ups. Scott, what up? I care about the Miz said no one ever. Well, I think maybe Maurice said it, or at least his kids.
Listen, Miz gets a rough deal because he's the Miz, but you know what? The guy's had a good career, and at times he's been awesome. Like I really got.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Thank you. But like. At a time where wrestling was really bland and boring, I thought him and Daniel Bryan were outstanding. They were one of my favorite things at wrestling at that time.
That whole feud on Talking Smack was fantastic.
And then Bryan can actually, at some point, actually comes back. You're like, oh shit, Rod.
Right. Yeah.
You've been talking shit.
And it was a bit shooty. But
it was definitely shooty.
Right now, Rollins just broke up the figure 4 from Miz. With a rope break, and Miz has got a hell of a bruise on his back there.
I want to point out, they've been singing nonstop. Then they cheer, and then they sing again.
Right. Oh.
There's like these momentary pauses, but they've been singing the whole match.
Forearm to the back of the neck, goes for the stomp, misses, DDT, Miz rolls through, second DDT. 1, 2 count.
Star. Richard, someone who's star on a show with star power. What would Richard say? Who should take the title off Theory?
Well, if that wasn't the most generic of answers of someone who's a star who's on TV.
What?
What?
Wow. Who's winning? I picked Seth for sure. I don't know if that happened when I was pondering.
I don't know if he was asking for our predictions. But I do like this comment of he'll sell tickets, faces sell merch.
I like that.
No, I mean NWO sold both. I think Roman sells both. Cody sells both, and he's
not an absolute,
not always lineal, but I get your point.
Not an absolute, but a very nice, a very catchy saying. It's provocative.
Right, it's provocative. No one knows what it means, but it gets the people going. Nick, I meant name power. Well,
no,
depends. That it could be a star-making moment if they win the U.S. title versus having to always drop it to somebody who's already an established star.
Well, I mean, what are we talking about? Who's next for
The
Theory?
U.S. title.
Who takes? I think he's
Superplex.
I think he's gonna have it for a while, and it might be someone like
Rolls
Braun.
through a Falcon Arrow. Oh my God, a good mismatch. I'm shocked. Stop.
Oh, they are struggling to pull off that though.
1, 2, 3.
The crowd is going crazy. We might have to acknowledge Seth as an absolute contender for a belt. If we haven't already. Like, absolutely.
That SummerSlam works.
It does. I don't think he wins though. Fuck.
Oh no, but it would be a hell of a fucking storyline to build into SummerSlam.
Oh yeah. The crowd loving it. Loving it. AJ Styles make a comeback? Maybe. Feel like he's been out forever for something that wasn't that serious.
Well, it was ankle injury, and he's a bit. Uncle Alan's up there a bit in age. And
yeah.
And because of him being out, the OC's been out because they're not shit for them outside of AJ. So
I'm a little surprised with that. You couldn't throw them in
you couldn't put them in a tag division.
You couldn't give them a tag match, let them beat fucking Alpha Academy or something.
Them versus the Usos?
Something.
Right. Why?
Ooh. What? All right, folks. Mr. Nick is going on a pause for a cause. You're stuck with me for the next little bit. I got Seth Rollins enjoying the crowd. I mean, it's hard to argue, folks. It's hard to deny. Literally one of the biggest baby faces in all of wrestling right now. Seth frickin' Rollins. Decent match. Good win. And we got KO, Sammy, Riddle. Of course, we're getting a 6-man match at Backlash. Seth drafted to SD, and we get Gunther versus Seth at SummerSlam for the IC title. What about the rumors that it's going to be Brock, Rocco? Brock Lesnar, Gunther. How about that? Though Seth, Gunther, I got no problem with that either. Honestly, not a bad show. 3-0. So we're getting a predictable Raw is what the crowd is telling me tonight. So Sammy trying to play mediator between Grumpy KO and Hi Riddle. Rub some dirt on it, boy. Let's go. Morrison is going to boxing. Morrison's going to boxing. Okay. His battle, there you go. That's it. And it's become a thing. He won his debut this weekend against some YouTuber. Oh, Johnny, yeah. Johnny Boxing. Yeah, he fought actually a fucking, YouTuber. What do you call it? The Epic Mealtimes guy. So, yeah, good. I'm glad he won. It would have been very disappointing if he had lost. So, big win for Johnny Morrison there. Yeah, exactly. I'm glad he won. It would have been a bad show. And no offense to the Epic Mealtime guy, but Johnny should have probably won, right? All right, so KO doesn't... All right, so KO and Riddle are trying to find their way. Sammy's loving life, I guess. He feels like he accomplished something. Knock him into Tuesday. So, yeah, tonight we're getting KO, Sammy, and Riddle against the Judgment Day. So that should be a fun one. We'll see what that brings tonight. We are in another commercial break, folks. You know, we're rolling along. We're about halfway there. A bit of a slow 90 minutes, maybe. I don't know. You know, not exactly blowing my socks off at this point, but we'll see. We got lots to go. But beyond that, folks, keep the chat going. Remember, we are back tomorrow night. We will be here for NXT. Wednesday, we got Dynamite. Thursday, we get 2 shows, Ring of Honor and Impact. Friday, 2 shows, SmackDown, Rampage, maybe a bonus one. And then, of course, we hit the weekends with the pay-per-views. Folks, we thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. And yeah, we greatly appreciate anytime somebody watching shares a link. It means a great deal to us and helps us grow just a little bit more. But we're rolling along just over 14 months alive. So it's been a good run. Johnny Boxing, yeah, knocked out stovetop stuffing. He knocked the stove. That's easy for me to say. Johnny Boxing knocked the stovetop stuffing out of him. That's better. I got there, JV. Raw is good so far tonight. Good is a fair assessment, Tommy. There's parts of it I like. Again, like Nick said, we're quite a ways away. They're building some stories. They're trying to make it compelling. We'll see. We got lots. Like I said, we got 90 minutes to go. We're halfway there. But yeah, it's not bad. It's just not great yet. Been kind of up and down. Second pick for U.S. belt at returning Fandango. Right now, Fandango's in a shtick with Santino and Joe Hendry. So that's actually kind of fun to watch. So if they can bring all three of those gentlemen into the fold, I'm all for it, Larry. Let's go. Too bad Morrison didn't beat Logan Paul. Fair enough. Just came in. How's Raw so far? What's up, Keyshawn? How you doing? Welcome back. And yeah, no, Raw's been pretty good. No real complaints. It's not burning anything down. Couple decent matches. At least we got that. We had a showdown between the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, and that really turned into like a meeting of all the heels. So we're gonna get a 6-man tag tonight in your main event. Of course, it's Sammy, Riddle, and KO going up against the Judgment Day. So stay tuned. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us tonight. Do you think a few returns will be in the draft? Yeah, Richard. I expect returns. I expect NXT. And I expect a couple surprises of unsigned, currently not thought to be signed stars. I don't know who. Could it be maybe a Cardona? But I think there'll be something like that. There'll be one or two thrown in there. This is about the time where you should have a backstage segment, a beatdown, or something that you want to stay tuned to the final. I see what you're saying about the show. I thought you meant us. I'm like, oh, we'll work on it. I mean, we kind of have something going here with the Cody story, but I mean, the big storyline, and that's why here at the halfway mark, you get that little backstage of the guys talking about the main event. So if you're tuned in, you kind of, at least your hope is that everybody wants to see what comes of it. So you don't necessarily need a beatdown, JV. I like the segment they had because if I was just clicking through and I wasn't really watching Raw, I might stick around because I'm like, oh shit, like that's those three are in a team and they're gonna fight, Judgment Day. Maybe we're sticking around for a little bit or at least checking back. What free agents that are left should WWE sign right now? You know what? I mean, this is an interesting question, and a lot of people have talked lately about, we saw Nick Aldis show up on Impact. We saw Jay White show up on Dynamite, and people are saying there's a hiring freeze, which may or may not be the case. Nobody's really clarified it, but it could be highly possible. Mind you, there are still a few names out there that could be available, and who knows who they're looking at. I mean, like I said, I threw out Cardona as an option. Would they be ballsy enough to talk to an Enzo, which I know some people just rolled their eyes. But there is a lot of talent that could be scooped up. Maybe at some point, I mean, I'm curious if somebody like a Thunder Rosa would come available. I know we talked about, who else have we talked about here that just came free? Testing my brain. But yeah, I mean, you have a lot of options, but I think back to my original point, Richard, I caution them because they have a lot of talent that they did bring back in and reintroduce or repackage. Elias, LA Knight, Bronson Reed is now getting a bit of a push. Karrion Kross has been lost. So I think Kross has been lost. I think this is an opportunity for them to kind of reset and really use the draft to emphasize talent that you've brought in that you haven't really found anything to do with. You want to sprinkle in a surprise? I'm all for it. Tama Tonga would be an interesting one. Absolutely. Have the LWO recruit someone else, or have the Judgment Day talk to someone new and MVP in the Hurt Business. Now, the rumor is that any plans for the Hurt Business have gone by the wayside. So I don't know if that's true or not. I really hope it's not. We've been kind of rooting for the Hurt Business for quite a while. But yeah, I don't think the LWO is going to do anything substantial right now. I think eventually it could lead in another direction, but we'll find out. But to keep everyone up to date, right now I'm getting the replay from last week where Trish awkwardly knocked Becky over. And of course, the big reports, Becky not at Raw tonight. Of course, people wanted to surmise real quick that she's leaving the company with Drew. But we'll find out. They have enough talent. They don't have to sign anyone. Looking at you, Tony. Yeah, Nick, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, yeah, if you stumble on, if Will Ospreay phones up and says, you know what, I know I haven't had complimentary things to say in the past, but I'm considering coming. Like, you would entertain an opportunity, whoever it is. But if you go crazy, I mean, you got to utilize all this talent some way, somehow. So I'm not saying they won't sign somebody, especially down the road. But after such an influx, it made sense to me that somebody was like, all right, you got to pump the brakes. You can't just keep buying people. Unfortunately, on the other show, there's nobody around to say that. Papa Shad seems he's A-okay. Buy another guy and send him home. The millions of dollars that are sitting on couches around the USA, thanks to Tony Khan. Kudos to him, man. I think they should bring at least the Iconics in to boost the tag team division. Iconics would be nice. Now, we do know they stepped away from wrestling. Of course, why can't her name come to my head? But we do know there was a little one born, Sean Spears' lady, who I can see her face, and somebody throw it out there. The vitamins have got me. And now I'm going to another replay of Bobby Lashley, and here comes Bobby Lashley. I mean, he's got a badass entrance, folks. Yay or nay on the Bobby Lashley entrance? I think it's good. Boom, boom, boom. The best riddle was later with Orton when he was serious. Yeah, when he had that exchange with Seth. Do you guys remember like we caught this during the commercial break, and he just kind of leaned in and, dug in and went right after Seth. And then when he wanted to where are you? I'm going to find you. I was like, that was to me a riddle that I think could do big things. That kind of riddle, if he came out and he kind of swerved everybody and he had a chip on his shoulder and he was a little more arrogant than laid back, it could work. It could work. Peyton Royce, thank you, buddy. Whoa. Completely blanked on her name. I haven't mentioned her in a while, I suppose. I know Billie Kay. Billie Kay was there. I like Billie Kay. I think Billie Kay was doing really well, and she was trying really hard to get herself over. Just no booking support. TK uses Ito on the main roster, not Dark. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm trying to tie that into the context of what we were saying. But, all right. No, never mind. I'm confused, both of them. Oh, there you go, Larry. VHS. So we got Bobby out here, and we're going back to a commercial. Love the fucking commercials. I don't know. People are going to say, lots of commercials. Sign of Vince. What are we going to do? But, yeah, I'm getting a commercial for NXT. The Cardiac Kid. Wesley taking on Little William Regal tomorrow, so tune in. That's going to be a fun one. Plus a triple threat tag team match. Schism, Gallus, and Pretty Deadly, I believe. And it's technically the go-home show for Spring Breakin'. Bobby Lashley by disqualification. Okay. Peyton Royce, thank you, Richard. Isn't E3? Yeah, and I think he's going to stay that way, Rocco. I feel bad for EC3. He was trying to do something with his friends, and they all went back. Like, shit. Like, they're like, this is what we want to do, and this is This is how we wanted to do wrestling. We're gonna do it right. Wait, what? Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go. See ya. Sorry, bud. Who goes over in this feud? What are we talking? Bobby Bronson? That's a tough shout. I think at this point right now, I think my money would be on Bobby to go over, to be honest, Keyshawn. I think Bobby, it keeps building towards, either being in one of the title pictures. Bronson's young, up and coming, gives Bobby a good run, but ultimately falls short. Might work. Unless you're going to push Bronson to the moon, my money would be on Bobby. Bobby Bronson. Bronson Bobby. Boom, boom, boom. Last time Theory won, correct? So I'll go with Lashley this time. No, I think I think Bobby Lashley wins by DQ. This sounds about accurate to me. I can't see the U.S. champion, losing in any way, shape, or form right now. I don't believe he should. 3-1 Bruins. Boo. What sounds better? U.S. triple threat match with Bobby and Reed, or Reed Bobby in a singles match? Interesting. I mean, it's hard. We get a lot of triple threat matches, and they don't always work out great. Bobby, Reed, and Theory. I feel like Theory's been insulated in a couple triple threats. Maybe just a straight up, give me the two beefy boys and let them go to town. I want to see what happens. I thought they did a great job of building that whole Bronson's too big to get the Hurt Locker on and matched with his strength. Yeah, I mean, let him go toe-to-toe. Let's not mucky the waters. Let's just get to it. I think I should have paused. If Nick was here, he would have been like, pause. We got Cora Jade versus Gigi Dolan. Just got added the Grayson Waller effect guest, the NXT champion. Yeah, so we're going to get a face-off. We're going to get a Waller effect heading into spring breaking, where Waller versus Carmelo Hayes. And guys, I know a lot of people, myself included, I quit NXT, came back to it, but Carmelo and Waller are going to tear it down. They are really going to tear it down. So I'm looking forward to that. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night on NXT. Lots to get into, and who knows what's going to pop up between now and then.
Speaking of popping up, yeah, I will clarify for those, because I think even some of our constituents are confused as to when spring break-in is happening. It's Tuesday. Happening April 25th. No, it's not next Tuesday.
Oh, son of a bitch. I was completely wrong.
Yeah, it's April 25th. It's not tomorrow. It's the week after.
That it is. Okay, looking at the wrong calendar.
Yeah. Vitamins.
All right, so we got 2 weeks.
Yeah. Scott, thank you very much for the super chat. 100% helps keep the lights on. Have you checked out Al Gorilla Monsoon podcast?
No,
I didn't know Gorilla Monsoon had a podcast from the great beyond. Do they use a Ouija board? No, I kid.
I joke.
Right, but no, Scott, if you got something you want me to check out, let us know.
Let us know. So I got Austin Theory coming to the ring, U.S. title around the waist.
Fair enough. So we got him versus Bobby, and I do want to touch on something real quick because you mentioned it when I was on my pause there. Of as much as everyone complains about people on shows, whether it be WWE, AEW, etc., that don't get booked and need to get booked better and need to get used more, not this, that, and the third. But we want everybody to still be signing everybody and have all of these big returns, right, these big pops and everything. Mm-hmm. Which one do you want? You can't have both. You can't have your cake and eat it too, because if you have WWE sign everybody, then everybody that's there has to go by the wayside.
Right. Oh, I can't believe they're releasing everybody. Well, they just signed 47.
They just signed 5 guys that just do what they do. So
right. It's a valid point, Nick. And that's where, like, the same with Tony. Where Tony hot. Why are you giggling?
Because I just saw a sign that said, "I wish I was green shirt guy." It just, for if you're a long time, you get that.
Right there. Sorry. I see it right in the middle, right next to the happy face. That's funny as hell.
Well, Tony tweeted out that he met oh, I'm gonna sound like a terrible wrestling nerd now though, because I can't remember the one that it was the super fan that WWE was gonna do a whole documentary on and everything.
Oh,
And
that
then
dude, yeah.
yeah, someone will fact check me and help me remember his name, but the vitamins got me. It's late on a Monday, but yeah.
That's all
So
right.
it's funny where certain fans get noticed even because they're at everything. But
right.
Austin Theory for the win. So who do you have, sir?
I think this is going to end up in like some type of DQ.
No contester.
Yeah,
Bobby like
Lashley by
last week.
DQ.
Oops, suspended suplex. Do we get a double count out? Or well, I'd say we probably get a DQ because of Bronson, and then
I'm thinking Bronson gets involved here. Yeah. Yeah, I got my money on a little bit of Bronson.
A little bit of conversation, a little more action.
Right, the big vertical suplex.
Oh, and by the way, I did see this on my pause, and I didn't even think about it. So, but yeah, Brock looked like fucking Walker, Texas.
Walker, Texas.
Yeah, Lesnar. Walker, Texas Ranger there coming out.
He needs the fucking beard, buddy. Like the solid.
It's Brock Norris instead of Chuck Norris. It's Brock Norris. Brock Norris can F5 the world.
What's
and
better,
still
Brock Norris or Chuck Lesnar?
Oh, they're both great, but
Chuck Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar versus Chuck Norris. Who wins?
It's hard to go against Chuck Norris's beard, man.
That's where his hidden fist is,
right? But like you said, the alpha of the human
alpha male of our species.
Yeah, there you go. It was hard to bet against that guy. I'll take him.
Fatal 4-way Braun, Bobby, Bronson, and Braun. What the? Oh, so many Brauns. Wait. Oh God!
That sounds like an R&B
backlash for the U.S. belt. Well, then you forgot Austin Theory. So does Theory lose it before we get there? No. I think Theory's going to have it for a minute, guys. Right. The man just picked up a win over Cena, and we're already like dismissive of him.
Becky Lynch changes her Twitter name after saying she won't be a part of tonight's Raw. Now they're trolling us. They're trolling us for sure.
Well, I didn't even know she changed it, honestly, as Bobby takes Theory right headfirst into the ring post. But yeah, no, you don't think that they're aware of what's going on. Like, that's the thing is WWE is not clueless to this shit. You're not one-upping them on any of this. You're not getting a scoop on them.
Maybe this is like the silent revolt. Like one by one, they're all going to blacken out and change their names on Twitter. And then it's going to come out like these are all the people that are, fight, no Vince.
Well, you saw everybody ever since Vince came back. You saw everybody that was showing or sharing around that, like, kind of meme, GIF, etc. The little TikTok of when everybody walked out when Hunter was in charge, like around the CM Punk time and all of that, to where CM Punk ended up on commentary, and they're like the WWE roster when they find out Triple H isn't in charge of creative, and it just shows them all walking out. Like, right. No, they know that people are expecting this stuff. People are looking for this. So they know it's going to draw you in hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what you want. Like
they're working the dirt sheets.
they're working the clicks. Let's make the clicks work for us.
Mm-hmm.
The more we talk shit, the more people tune in to see what the shit's about.
Exactly. Rather than sit there and put out 2 weeks in advance, what have you, of I've got a big announcement. Super huge announcement. No. Hey, Becky, say that you're not going to be on Raw. They'll just fucking lose their mind. We'll still have you come out and interrupt Trish when she has her segment.
Yeah, that would be the best part.
But just put it out there, because then when you do show up, it's going to be 10 times bigger than just we expect you to show up.
Has Meltzer made a comment yet on this whole Trish situation?
I don't know. If a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, does it make a noise?
I should have asked Brian. Shit. Yes, he did it. He did it.
Brock Duster versus Stardust.
I love how you added.
Jamie's out here quoting Texas Rangers.
Yeah, I fucking died, dude. I haven't heard that in so long.
I literally don't ever remember the theme. I just remember Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris. Any wrong
Well,
you
Christ, on
do,
NXT, we've got Roadhouse, so
Roadhouse. Drew still has his IM mentions WWE.
His instant messenger, he's still on AOL. He's still using dial-up.
I'm not sweating it. I can't sweat it. I really can't.
But that if it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
what the fuck are we going to control with it?
Yeah.
And B, let the story play out, because that's what I think at this point it is. You think that they would, like, where do you think these dirt sheets get their source from? Granted, everybody can see that, but still, you don't think that WWE's aware? Like, that they don't want to, that they aren't trying to do things if it is an actual contract issue, which I don't think it is. Last I know, it was an injury, and everyone's, it's a kayfabe injury. No, sometimes fuckers actually get hurt.
People forget that there's not everyone's just going to walk out of the
building. Is because he did radio reads and radio call outs for the SmackDown in the area. That means he was going to be there. No, it doesn't. Where did it say that?
Right. Yeah,
Christ, we do it. Well, I do advertisements and reads and everything like that, and bigging up shows we may not be on stream for. One of us, or us and a guest host, what have you, will be there for. Just because you call out a show doesn't mean you're going to be there. This is the first time a lot of wrestling fans and a lot of smart marks especially are actually getting worked, and they haven't been in for their whole run as a wrestling fan.
Right.
So they don't know how to handle it.
They're freaking out. It's getting like rapid.
I don't know what to believe. Up is down, red is white, blue is green.
Why didn't they tell us what they were doing while they were doing it? What?
Right. Why didn't you tell me beforehand so I could boo you and tell everyone how I wasn't going to tune in and then bitch about the show after I watch it?
Right. So, no way Drew will lose.
Drew
will leave. No, I don't think so.
We're getting record ticket sales. We're getting record ratings and everything. And you think that they aren't, this is just a happy little accident or something? Like, they know what the fuck they're doing. That's how they got here in the first place.
Right.
No one got you to the dance.
Dude, Drew could win the Money in the Bank for all we know. Anything.
Has this not made Drew more interesting than he has been since he lost the title?
It might have been more interesting than he has been in a minute. Yeah, I wouldn't.
That's what I'm saying. This has made him more compelling than him just being Sheamus's buddy, the Klingon to the Brawling Brutes. All of that. This is made.
You felt like he was like the Klingon to the Brawling Brutes, like.
But has Drew felt this relevant or this like if he pops up anywhere right now? You get a much bigger pop because of all of this, because there's enough people that know about it. There's enough people that pay attention. There's enough people that click the dirt sheets.
Fair enough.
Versus if he came out next week on SmackDown, if he comes out this week on SmackDown and say he's walking out there with Butch for a fucking tag team match or something, do you think the crowd's going to lose their mind without all of this?
Yeah, and I mean, I think people underestimate the understanding like the guys have within the business, especially a made guy like Drew. Like, he understands, like, he's not just going to be, like champion or number one contender every fucking year, right? Like, he understands.
But that goes back to, you can't sign everybody because you got to use the talent you got.
Exactly. Completely agree.
By the way, big elbow from Theory as we talked through a good bit of this match, but it looks like Bobby's might be busted open in his mouth there.
It looks like he's got a little bit of blood in the mouth.
Ew, Trekkie, what?
Ooh.
As long as Drew McIntyre doesn't come out looking like Sting, we good. Why would he?
Can you imagine with like the William Wallace paint job, and he's like up in the
he does the Crow Sting, except it's like Scotsman Sting. Well, just in the rafters with the.
When fucking Braveheart's all pissed off and he's showing up in people's nightmares on the horse. That's the fucking McIntyre we bring in.
Oh, I was going the way to where he's just sitting up there in the rafters and everything, and hopefully there's no good breeze up on that kilt or anything.
Dude. So we tried to do the Sting gimmick last night.
Right. When you drop down, your kilt went like a parachute.
Fucking hell. I think we saw his Twig and Berry.
Fucking Mary Poppins coming down. Oh,
Oh,
I don't know whether to call that a spine buster or a choke slam. A choke buster or a spine slam.
Yeah, it's like the one-hand slam. It's like a palm uranagi.
Yeah, not a one-man band, a one-man slam. Oh, spear in the corner. I kind of would like to see triple threat match, Roman, Seth, and Cody ladder match for both belts, where Cody and Seth win a belt and Roman loses both. You do that, that's a goddamn WrestleMania match.
Yeah, that's got to be a big deal. But
yeah,
I mean,
100%.
I don't know, Nick. Like, do you feel like the wrestling fans really, really, really like triple threat matches? Like they're a lot of people want triple. Like, is it just because they can't decide?
It's that, and because they get to see all the cool entrances. They get to see 3 entrances, and then when the match happens, they're like, "Why was this a triple threat? Why not just give us a goddamn singles match?"
Like, can't we have one singles match and then the next guy, like a couple months later, do it?
Yeah, if we went by what wrestling fans wanted all the time, every match would be like an 8-way scramble match.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just so we can all hear everybody come out.
Deep 2 count. Match is good.
Right?
Well, I mean, these guys are familiar with each other at this point.
Well, yeah, this was a bit of a feud when Lashley held the U.S. title.
Right? Wow. Hits a dominator and it doesn't finish. Actually, it was, yes, like a side. What does it call that one? Bob Holly.
He's got a hurt lock, and then Bronson Reed comes in with the splash in the corner.
Boom. Gunther's the answer, JV.
How does a fucking cannonball of a human being like that sneak up on anybody?
Oh, maybe we are getting a triple threat.
I'm here for it.
Bronson Reed pancaking him.
Oh, you know what this would remind me of a little bit? When you had, I think it was like Mark Henry and Big Show versus and a triple threat with Danielson.
Okay.
For the world title, because you got 2 big beefy boys slapping meat, and why this is the most I've seen the Andre trophy outside of WrestleMania weekend.
But they're giving.
Oh, he just splashed that man against the turnbuckle post.
And they're, we're
chiropractor. How you doing?
We're getting some good Bam Bam Bronson, and I'm enjoying it, man. Like, this is good. Give this guy a push. Ouch.
I mean, well, with the size and everything, yeah, he does look like a little bit of a Bam Bam.
They even put flames on his stuff.
At least it's not on his skull.
I mean, that could be arranged.
I don't think he wants that.
I mean, people are going to see the tattoo on his wrist and be like, "Wait a minute, could he join the bloodline?"
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, remember when he was coming back, we thought it was possible. It could happen. It could happen. There's people that still think maybe the whole reason Brock's doing what he's doing is because he's getting paid off by Heyman.
Yeah, that's a weird kind of take on it. I'm curious. I mean, it would kind of. Oh, what the?
Bronson going up top.
No,
that was not Big Show, Kane, Raven, because no one. Oh.
Did y'all see the camera view from on that drop kick where all you saw was the side feet? Like,
I didn't see that. I just saw Bronson coming down from the heavens with a fucking splash off the top rope on a Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, no, that's a big man, and he comes down hard.
But this is what they should have done theoretically with their match last week of make him look like this big, dominating, heavy badass instead of they just sat there and they walked and brawled. They did a Moxley match between the 2 Titans on Monday Night Raw.
So was that a no contest, or did Bobby win by DQ? Technically, he hit both men.
Well, I mean, the bell rang and they never declared a winner, so I guess if they don't say anything, we're declaring it a no contester.
Okay, I guess the winning didn't matter.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw, where the matches are made up and the results don't matter.
Right. But I like what they're doing with Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed looks like a monster, folks. Absolutely decimating Bobby. And just when you think it couldn't get worse, there's theory to add some insult to injury. Dude, that was like a cartoon drop kick to the side of the head.
But this man dropping that tsunami, like, has this not kind of really elevated Bronson Reed with all of this?
Know what I like about Bronson Reed's frog splash? His tsunami? is he kind of like he pushes off the rope, doesn't get a lot of height. Like it's almost like he throws himself down at the mat, like whoo. Like,
oh yeah, well it reminds me. His style very much reminds me of guys like Vader.
yeah.
100%. Like I'm waiting for this man to hit a Vader bomb. Because he's just that looks like a mountain of a human being, or like JV's saying there, he's a human bulldozer.
He really is.
Very much like you even said it, he's like Bam Bam.
Yeah.
But you don't expect it, and he'll turn around and hit a moonsault, and it'd be clean as a whistle.
Yeah,
and
like you were so
devastating as hell.
Yeah, like back then you were so used to like the big guys, like fucking Earthquake and that they weren't doing nothing crazy, and all of a sudden Bam Bam shows up and hits a moonsault. Like that's terrifying.
Yeah, by the way, I'm not doing that to you talking about Bam Bam or anything. I've got Trish Stratus coming out right now. We had the Cowboy coming out earlier. Now we
all right, who wore it better? Who wore it better? Brock Lesnar or Trish?
I don't know. She's out here channeling her Mickey James here.
Yeah.
She's hardcore country, and
she's
there's something I'd like to do hardcore with Trish, but that's neither here nor there.
Jesus. I feel like Jim Carrey and Liar Liar.
What are you doing? I'm kicking my own ass.
No, well, yeah, all right. The elevator scene.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, that's still. I didn't think of that. I just went to the one thing I remember with Liar Liar. But we're back in commercial after we just got Trish coming out. So I am jealous of the Monday Night Raw audience because they just get to sit there and look at Trish for a solid 3 minutes while I get to look at advertisements.
I got the rivals, Austin versus Brett. It's gonna be a goodie. And Stone Cold.
Is it Austin versus Brett, or is it Austin versus Sean?
I'm getting a commercial for both, so I'm thinking this is like old syndicated episodes on the Outdoor Life Network.
Oh, well, no, because I was getting one to where like it was mentioning Sean, it was showing like Tyson,
so yeah, that's
in Austin and everything, because that's a historic pay-per-view and that's a landmark show
absolutely
in professional wrestling history is WrestleMania 14.
Right. I'm liking the booking of Bronson Reed. He's looking like a badass. We agree.
Mm-hmm.
When Rosie did his splash, yeah, kind of and the big guys know they can't plant on top, where it's harder for them to plant on top and hold that, weeble wobble. But so they just kind of do that 1 foot and then step into it.
Yeah, they just kind of, well, I'm here, and I'm out.
Right. I don't have time to waste.
They're out as quick as they get there. Did someone say 3 minutes?
Oh my God. Still, I know people bag on it. I love that.
The lady that never ages. Part 1, RSO, Riddle, Sammy Owens. So you're just naming teams now? Okay. Part 2, Alliance versus Horde, RSO, LWO, Blood versus Bloodline, JD.
What are we
Survivor
doing
Series. Are we talking in code?
Vince, is that you? Vince?
English. Do you speak it? No, I was going here. Shout out Small Mart. Will they split the titles at the draft? If you're going to do it, that's the time to do it.
Right? Like, yeah. What are we waiting for? Get that done. Now we kind of surmised that maybe they would just like Roman's belts become one, and they're just like, oh, by the way, we got a new one. So they don't even
whatever show Roman is not on, they get a new one.
You imagine he's going to stay on Fox, right? Like I do. No?
I would hope so, just because SmackDown perennially seems to be the better show, the better book show. It's a nice, clean 2 hours most of the time. He's got the lineage with the Universal title, which has been a SmackDown title since he's had it, so would make sense. But we don't know in this topsy-turvy time of we've still got Endeavor kicking around to where, especially if the media rights are up, they may decide of, well, if we're going to go with this network to really air WWE content, we want Roman on the flagship show. So
SmackDown.
Oh, well, yeah.
I lost you somewhere. So yeah,
I was gonna say you read between the tea leaves there. Really. I mean, at this point, SmackDown is the flagship show, but WWE and especially Vince and Bruce and the boys will beat that drum to death.
I don't know, because
Raw's the flagship show.
Raw's been getting the short end of the stick for a long time. I don't know if that's just that's kind of been
If it's the longer show, is it not the longer end of the stick versus the shorter end of the stick?
Well, yeah,
I mean, either way, it's not good, but
it is. It's not. Well, they split the belts at the draft. We got that one. I don't care if Trish Stratus is a heel. She's still beautiful and gorgeous.
yes.
Amen.
Mucho bella, mucho bella.
Oh,
it's time to rock and roll. Oh,
our home and nature. God damn it.
We'll trade you her for Brock. We'll trade Brock for her.
I wouldn't trade her for nothing. Shut up. She's a nice lady.
Yeah.
Trish came out and reminded me of the segment with her, Vince, Shelton Benjamin making fun of the NFL.
Oh, with the TO when they did a spoof. They did a Saturday Night Live skit of the Monday Night Football intro to where TO was doing the Desperate Housewives thing. I was the women's division. I was the trailblazer.
Yeah, non-existent.
Tell me the lie. Tell me the lie.
She's shooting a little.
But still, is this not the best that you could do? Like, is this not the best way you could use Trish coming back?
Yeah, because she's not sticking around. I think you give her someone competitive, someone interesting, and you know what? She's getting a reaction.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And she looks great. I'm not complaining at all. Anybody that's complaining about Trish Stratus being back and cutting a promo, shut the fuck up.
Anyone that's complaining, just walk away from your wife or your significant other and then come talk to it, because I feel like that's the thing.
Right. We get you. We feel your pain.
Right. Just blink twice.
Starrcade 97 was December 97, and WrestleMania 14 was March of 98. So 3 months.
Yeah, because he brought up this, and I think WrestleMania 14 went against the same year, maybe a month apart with Starrcade 97.
True.
That was That was still a special time to be a wrestling fan. But then again, I wonder. Now we're that far away from that you can look at it that way. I wonder when we're, say, 10 years away from this. How do we view it comparatively?
Ooh, sorry,
I got
Trish calling her a joke.
She's speaking the truth.
Facts. This women's division sucks.
I like Trish that feud back in the day. Oh, when Trish was the Jezebel.
The Jezebel. That Jezebel.
Again, a term that no one knew until good old JR.
Right.
Thank you.
What?
What did she say? Thank you for everything. I would be nothing without you.
Right.
This is a really good angle to go with this. Of literally, I blazed the fucking trail for you. The least you could do is say thank you.
I like it, and she's good. People are gonna shit on this, but the crowd's wanting her. It's not like they're sitting on their hands.
She was actually always initially better on the mic, I feel, than she was in ring.
Dude, do you remember when she was the Dudley's manager, and it was
TNA,
TNA as well? Like
not the company, the tag team.
Yeah, when she started cutting the how hard the table were promos.
Oh, bro, she even sits there and does the look at me, not a sidekick.
Okay.
Oh, she's even the minute she took Lita out of the picture. Well, I mean, so do we get a Trish versus Lita match at some point, and we get full nostalgia,
right? Like the SummerSlam, really close to Canada.
No, I think the SummerSlam is where we get Trish and Becky.
Fair enough. I did that.
Do it in Saudi. Do it in Saudi.
No, fuck you.
That's because they'll pop for that.
We're all gonna pop for that.
No, but still, I'm saying all that Saudi money, they'll be sitting there just throwing money at the ring.
You can't take those two legends and have their, if they're gonna have.
I forgot. Shit, it is Saudi Arabia, so they'd have to be all like fucking RoboCop out there trying to.
That's not even wow. That's a valid point too. So even more reason to say no. Somebody's got a thumbs down in the background. That's hilarious. Okay, Okay, getting a
Yeah,
little
right
long.
next to Rock and Roll Hibachi, hashtag not sponsored, but
Yeah, this is getting a little bit long, but all right. Story building, folks. Story building, I guess.
But that's our attention spans that short.
Yes, we suck as people nowadays.
She's out here still cutting a great promo, and we're like, oh, it's getting long. It took longer than 30 seconds. Like, where's the hook? All right, get off stage.
Right, listen, blame my ADD, but no, what my problem when it gets long for me is you made your point, and you kind of came through the argument. You made your point. We get it. And then you kind of repeat the argument. Like she's explaining the sidekick thing again. When we got it, you already told us that. All right, wrap it up, sister.
You're really complaining about looking at Trish Stratus right now?
No, not at all. Not even a little bit.
Okay, right, exactly. Everybody can just, right. Everybody can shush right now.
Mic drop.
Trish is nobody's sidekick. Absolutely. Nobody's sidekick, nobody's side piece, no nothing. Jordan, what up? Alundra Blaze should have come out and said, excuse me, Trish, I blazed the trail for you, Medusa versus Trish.
Right. They were just going completely back. And then Mae Young could have came out to talk to Medusa.
No.
Like,
who did Alundra blaze the trail for outside of people who wanted to throw fucking titles in a bin bag?
Why
are we getting a second replay of this again? Yeah, all right. Now you're beating me over the head with this. It was good when it happened. When you do the replay after it just happened,
I don't have
taking the fucking hammer and beating me over the head. Now you do it a second time. You're bludgeoning me with it.
I don't have a problem with when you come back from break, getting a quick recap of what just happened. Like if you were, a baseball game and you got back from commercial and they want to give you a replay of the home run that just happened. I'm okay with that. This one might be a little gratuitous unless they got something up their sleeve. If this is just simply a reminder package, then you could have probably put something else there.
Like I said, at this point, you're bludgeoning me with this. Beat me over the head.
So dramatic.
Trish Stratus looking good, just like back in the day. Yes, it is time to rock and roll.
I might argue she looks better now. Fine wine, man. Kudos to that.
Now, is that because she's older or because you're older?
Little column A, little column B.
Little column A, little column B. The goal line's gotten closer now.
Right.
Trish to beat Bianca. Oh, if she was staying around, yeah, but I don't think so. Oh, Cody now backstage. So that's the unfortunate reason why we got the replay.
Yeah. But now, to your point, we could have just got Cody without the replay because we're going to get Cody.
Right.
He can recap it without us getting another visual. Half the time.
Yeah. Talk about what just happened. Use your words like a big boy.
Is Brock going to jump him? Are we going to get a Brock beating in the back here?
Does he, Owen Hart, Razor Ramon jump him? If he just takes him from the front of, you could see it coming. Cody, please move. Why don't you move? All right, he's right there. Please move. And then just smashes into him.
Do something.
Right. You've only got 3 minutes to move out of the way.
Just listen for the spurs, the ch-ching.
Down.
Right?
Well, I'm packing up my game and I'm head up north.
See, know what's funny? Earlier I said no, it was really good. They didn't give Cody a whole lot of time to talk. They just let him start, and then that's where I don't like this, where you said bludgeoned. And people can disagree with me on this, but I think you take that out because you don't want to consistently hear him talk. Then that's when you start going fuck, bro, we get it.
Right. If you would have ended, that added nothing to it. So if you ended it and you left it with what you had there, and then, like I said, you followed up with, say, the next week of Cody Rhodes will not be here on Monday Night Raw tonight because he's been suspended due to his actions against the security last week on Monday Night's Raw, or he's been fined X amount of dollars. Even his fucking kayfabe, 100%. It's hard times, baby. You build up his fucking climb up.
Yeah, you suspend him for a couple of weeks, and then you have Brock running, just happen to be kicking around. When Cody returns in a couple weeks, people will pop for
Brock
it.
comes out there, and the week Cody's suspended is when Brock comes out and he cuts a fucking asshole of an asshole promo. And we've seen at this point of Brock can't cut a super long promo. He's not Paul Heyman. He's not Roman, anything like that on the stick. He's not MJF. But he can still get his a point across. And say if he brings out Adam Pearce to announce that Cody Rhodes has been suspended this week. Like Brock comes out and he's going to address the Cody situation. And Cody, come on down. And then there's nothing. And then Adam Pearce comes out and says, well, Adam, what are you doing here? And then Adam has to sit there and announce that Cody's been suspended this week because of his actions against security last week. And then Brock gets a good old hearty har and everything out of that. You get him to just be a dick for a little bit. That'll keep this going till Backlash, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, something. I mean, right now it's just, okay, we've had kind of a bit of a standoff. We'll see what they go with it. I mean, yeah, I'm curious, man. I'm curious what they're going to do.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Liv, new ring gear. Not exactly. I don't think that's going to be your ring gear, Steve, unfortunately. But the tag champs are on their way to do commentary.
I thought you just said, did you say unfortunately?
Maybe.
Allegedly, supposedly.
How tall is Liv Morgan? Is she like 4'11", 5'1"? Like, she looks so little. She's
now I'm gonna have to look this up. You wouldn't make me do that.
I like to see Trish beat Becky and a returning Sasha beat her, as that
ship has sailed.
Yeah, I don't know, but no. See, that's where people. Here's the curious part for me. She signed. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, she signed with New Japan." She signed a 3-match deal, guys. After her next match,
that's really only how long it is. I didn't know it was only that short.
She got 1 match left in her contract, and it's coming up, and they're trying to extend it. She may extend it, but she may not. Maybe Tony pitches her. You get to be one of the main events at a Wembley show. Maybe it's Sasha versus Saraya, which I don't love the sound of, but people.
Hey, Sasha, you want to come back and main event WrestleMania 40 or night 1 with Rhea in Philadelphia?
That's the pitch. That's the counter pitch. Shit, it's a tough one.
By the way, Liv is 5'3".
Okay.
Can I find Raquel through here quickly? Maybe. So Raquel is 6 foot even, so they're about almost damn near half a foot.
There you go.
Away from each other.
Fucking hell. So now they'll have a SmackDown / Raw tag champs versus women tag champs in a unification match. I think there should only be one set of women.
What are we gonna get? Sammy and KO versus
right?
Raquel and Liv?
What? Yeah, maybe.
No, we're not having an intergender unification match.
Right? Why not?
Well, that's what he was pitching, unless I read it wrong.
Be progressive.
Be aggressive. Be aggressive.
Right? Sasha Banks back in WWE 100%. It happens eventually. Yeah, maybe.
She signs a 1-day contract and retires like every fucking buddy, every sports player, every athlete before they retire. They just sign a 1-day contract with their original team.
WWE versus AEW WWE. Okay.
Those are things.
Mercedes won't go back to the WWE. She's making more money. That can't be that accurate. A world champ has more freedom and less restrictions. Why would she go back to Vince? Vince, no way. Like I said, I mean, crazier things happen. Depends who pitches her. If Hunter gets to her ear and says, listen, it is my show. But it will come down to the fact that, and everyone seems to forget in this story, the WWE wouldn't pay her what she wanted.
Is she getting the reactions that she would get if she showed up when she shows up at a random Stardom show and she comes out and does a sneak attack? Is she getting the same reactions that she would if she did that, even say on a fucking Monday Night Raw, let alone at a Backlash, a SummerSlam, fucking in your house, whatever NXT.
Right.
Yeah, no.
Her value is huge. Like you said, if she showed up in AEW, if she showed up in WWE, to her credit, it would be a big deal. I personally have never been that. Like, I preferred Bayley, I preferred Charlotte, I preferred Becky. I just always felt like Sasha was a little bit overrated and a little bit fragile, and that was always my take. Now, I'm not saying she's not good. Some people think she's the best, but yeah, man, it's a tough show.
Yeah, a little bit. As we've got the complaint department coming out right now. So we're getting the complaint department, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville versus I guess the Pixies, maybe, of Candice LeRae and Mission, aka Mia Yim, who should be known as Mia Yim. Where we've also got the new tag team champions, Raquel and Liv, on commentary, or they're at least gonna stand there beside commentary.
Yeah, they're sitting in that come bump us spot. So here we go. I got Karen's for the win. Good shout. I'm talking to Triple H. Me Young would have said I had a hand in. Yeah, a hand in. I like it, Larry. I got you. That's adorable.
What?
Larry said Mae Young would have said I had a hand in the women's division.
Oh, okay.
Wah, wah.
But it didn't come out. Well, never mind. I was going to say something about, with Mark Henry there and everything, but we'll move on.
Right. Karen's for the win. So we got 2 votes, Karen. No votes, other people.
Are you taking? Who are you taking?
I'm gonna go fucking the complaint department. At least they're heelish and compelling.
Yeah, I think that they're already kind of lined up to be the next contenders, and to me, they seem like a bit of the most cohesive tag team on the main roster, I'd say.
I don't disagree with that, Nick. And I think I just really wanted Mission to get Mia Yim.
Just say Mia
Yim. I think she could be great with a good singles push.
Yeah, shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Let's go, Trips.
All right.
So Trips is just either actually got control or he's become the world's biggest scapegoat. Dun, dun, dun.
No, Vince is the scapegoat in anything, honestly. Anything that's bad is Vince. Anything that is bad.
It wasn't me.
But I caught you on Gorilla. It wasn't me. Heard you on the phone. Wasn't me. Heard you talking to Hunter. Wasn't me.
I heard the rumor. I heard the rumors that CM Punk versus Goldberg. I hope not. That can't be a true rumor.
No, that was Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff said, "Hey, you want to fucking sell tickets for Wembley? Goldberg's retirement match versus CM Punk. Do it. You won't. You have no marbles." That's basically what Eric Bischoff said.
I like that.
Do it, you crazy fuck.
No, but did you see who else? And we all knew it was going to happen, but who kind of said, after being a complete prick and booking myself against Colt Cabana, I would do business with CM Punk. Of course I would.
Who?
Mr. Jericho.
No, I feel like he's come out and said the exact opposite, honestly. I feel like he doesn't want to do business. I think people are trying to force that because
apparently
he doesn't want to do business.
Apparently he's in on the meeting they're having a come to Jesus meeting.
Well, no, he's the trusted advisor he's the wise man to Tony Khan. Mm-hmm. So he's going to be sitting in the meeting whether he's getting involved in creative or not, because dear God help me, if they put CM Punk versus Chris Jericho, you've shot in your hottest angle and fucking killed it.
Yeah, you essentially busted in your pants on the way to the party.
Yeah, you've Jason Biggs American Pied yourself.
I fucked the pie.
I just insinuated it and you just said, no, I got you, dude. Didn't you realize? No, I'm trying to run the clock out. You're like, no, I'll run it in.
YouTube's not going to like that at all, but I had to, because that scene where he's just sitting there at the table with his dad and they're so disappointed in him. It's the best shit.
So the complaint department picks up the win, and so Raquel and Liv were not on commentary at all. They just literally sat there and just looked on from ringside.
The crowd is dead as fuck.
Well, why should they care about this? Can anyone give me? I know we've got 46 odds, some people, almost 50 people kicking around. Oh, we've got drinks thrown in the faces as they run off, but we've clips, we're knocking on the door of 1.7K subscribers, trying to reach 2K subscribers before Backlash. Can someone explain to me why anyone here should give a Rudy Blue hell about what is happening? Outside of that, it is on Monday Night Raw.
Because Liv is cute as hell. Raquel has a big back, and the other ones are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I feel like they just did that so they could get a shot of Liv looking all wet with like her makeup kind of halfway running and everything. So certain people can do certain things. Yeah.
This back and forth from face to face thing is hilarious. It's not good. No, that was flat. That was flat. That was a little. I think Candice LeRae should go to SmackDown and Battle Rhea. I think Candice LeRae should go.
She should go to NXT just like her husband and Dexter, and just hang out with Indy. And just do
that. Dexter should be on the main roster doing some badass shit and fucking with people, but they won't.
The guy that doesn't talk.
Well, what I mean though is you have the fucking serial killer of the show, and all he does is like fuck with the Miz and paint pictures. Like you could literally have him like pick a baby face and have him stalk that baby face, creepy style, not haha style, and it's a lot better and it works. Just fucking use him properly. Sam Shaw is a good fucking wrestler. I'm swearing.
Yeah, he's a great wrestler, but you're telling me right now, maybe the most that you could get him with is if he's sitting there and he's stalking Austin Theory and he's like his little creepy stalker or what have you. That's really the most. Do you think would you buy him doing that with Gunther? No. Would you buy him doing that with Roman? No.
Well,
could you buy him doing it with Wesley though? Yeah, you can see that. So
yeah, but Dexter, see, my issue with Dexter down in NXT is he just feels so like a different level, a different character. But yeah, I don't see why he can't play like the Kane creepy killer mode.
No mask. That's why. No mask. No mask and no 7 foot tall.
He's jacked though.
Yeah.
Is Kenny Omega booking the women's division too? I don't know. It's all mixed messages.
Allegedly, he was in AW. So.
Yeah, but I heard that Tony got all pissy and took over.
Yeah, because we've seen so many examples of Tony actually putting his foot down on anything. Christ, you had CM Punk literally saying, fuck you, fuck your company, fuck your EVPs and everything. Shit. Literally right beside him, and Tony sat there and did, I'm not going to stand for this shit. Like, no, he didn't do a damn thing. Tony's not putting his foot down with anybody.
This is the moment. I really think he can do it. If he puts his foot down now and says, this is my company, he has to make that decision. Do I want to go to the next level, or do I want to be dragged back by these anchors? And that's the decision he's got to make. What do you want? What's best for business, or do you want to keep dragging?
Yeah, but if you've let the fucking petulant children run roughshod for so long, when you finally put your foot down, do they fall in line, or do they just say, "Ha, that's a funny joke," and just keep doing what they're doing?
But that's it. Like, this is what that moment of you could get
shut up or shut up.
Yeah, you have, and again, if he doesn't do it, I mean, it's gonna. The cycle of bullshit is going to continue. You saw it in the women's division, and I've got a completely different comment up, but we'll get to that. But yeah, you keep that cycle going, and they have an opportunity here to stop the cycle. Just put business first. And all this bleeding, but he threw the first punch. No, shut up.
Right. I saw somebody saying CM Punk was a victim and that. Like, no, you can't say, come on, hit me. And then when you get hit, you're the victim. No.
I mean, I still think that, like, I don't blame, like, they're all to blame.
Both sides were wrong. Dumb. One's just a little bit wronger than the other.
They all handled it poorly. They all made bad decisions. And I can justify just about everything that everyone else did on both sides of the argument. However, if everybody would just be grown enough to say, got it, let's go make some money, That'd be a lot better for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. Well, as we've got the Street Profits backstage now with, I almost kind of want to call them Rhythm and Blues here, but
Rhythm and Boogs.
Yeah, Rhythm and Boogs.
Rhythm and Boogs.
We've got Boogs and Elias, and Corbin has to try to insert himself into it.
KJ.
With just the random gray shirt and the bald head, he's starting to look like fucking Schmiegel here. But he's just letting you know that your name is KJ.
Yep.
Cody.
What up?
Oh, yeah, the Kings win, yeah, says Bobby. Yeah, dig it. Ronnie says 3-1 Bruins over.
I'm starting to think
that,
dude, I'm starting to think that Boogs was the original Elias, and Elias is actually Ezekiel.
He's Elrod. We finally found Elrod. Has Tozawa been living in a tanning bed?
The ninja.
Well, the ninja's been getting plenty of fucking sunlight because that man's tanner than the fucking Usos right now.
Right? Oh, wait. You suck!
The USO?
Oh.
That's a Smash X? What? See, Small Mark brings up a good point. To me, Dexter with Cross and Scarlett, if they did like a little menagerie type thing, that would be pretty cool.
Pardon?
Menagerie.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. Do a little bit of their own version of like a Wyatt family.
Yeah, I like it. I like that idea a lot. And that's where I do see potential in Dexter. Do something ominous. Do something, where if you see Sammy or if you see Dexter, he's about to hurt somebody.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Man. Tell me the Usos don't cut a promo hard.
Pause.
I caught that.
Yeah, you didn't say that right.
You put the emphasis in the wrong syllable.
You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Bro, Brock is mad. Like what?
When is Brock happy?
Yeah, you should be
mad. Honestly, is happy Brock not more terrifying than mad Brock?
Yeah, that's the hard part when Brock is dancing around laughing and all of a sudden then goes crazy mode. So I don't know how I feel about Underbrock, but
Underbrock? Underbrock sound like he has an underbite or something.
Underbrock. Oh.
Under the sea.
Yeah. So Judgment Day coming out, boys and girls. We have the main event setting up, I do believe. The Zelina Vega is a good show for Puerto Rico.
Who's what? Who? Who's the shout for Puerto Rico?
Zelina Vega for Rhea Ripley.
Yes. No, absolutely. 100%. And she just gets smashed and it's a squash match. That's a hint.
They might give her a couple Hurricane Ranas. They might give her a couple Hurricane Ranas.
No, well, she'll hit maybe 2 and then she'll get caught on the last one or something or get reversed into a riptide. Bang, 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you for coming.
Right.
Pause.
Speaking of pauses, I guess as KJ takes a pause for the cause here, right as we're about to kick off with the main event here. I feel we've got the last 20 minutes or so right now with Monday Night Raw, unless they run over. Yes, as they're heading into commercial. So KJ picked the best time to take a pause for the cause here. Underbrock the Hobbit. Oh, God. Now I'm going to just start going to the Hobbit fucking jokes and everything. But TK is mad again at the WWE. What do you think about what's he mad about? Like, he's mad that they're doing better than it. Like, you can't just say he's mad at them. And then what do you think? I think he's always mad at them. Do you think U.S. title is defended at Backlash? Yes, I think we're still very much developing the card for Backlash. But speaking of developing cards, later this week on Friday, we're getting the women's tag team titles defended. We're getting Raquel and Liv versus the Complaint Department, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. So interesting that's kind of so far the first match, I believe, advertised for SmackDown, but hey, it shows that we're still getting title defenses, all of that, on regular weekly television, even if it's a title we don't exactly care about. But that's neither here nor there. But yes, folks, I will remind everybody, we are on commercial break. We are the Wrestling 4 Life Network. We do this for all the damn shows. Like I said, I've seen about almost 40 people around kicking in right now. In the final half hour of Raw, we're on the precipice of 1.7K subscribers, which is still insane to me, just over a year. But we're still trying to reach 2K above and beyond. So absolutely, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. But we are getting Judgment Day versus KO, Sammy, and Riddle. So I was trying to think of an acronym that would work with them, and it was just too many consonants. But so let me know who you're taking in that match. Give me a prediction of, do we get Sammy and KO win by DQ, or does Judgment Day win by DQ? I feel like either way, in an extent, the bloodline gets involved. It's just going to be a matter of which way they kind of, the referee, I guess, airs it on. At what point does Riddle turn on KO and Sammy? Heel Riddle feels like a good idea. Not right now. Not right now. You're saturated with heels. You need baby faces at this point. Christ, you just took Cowboy Brock, who was probably your next biggest baby face outside of Cody, on the company, and turn him heel. And you've got Bobby just kind of floating in the wind. So to me, 100%, you still keep him babyface, and then maybe when you get Randy to come back, hopefully at some point, you have Randy versus Riddle, and you have that be a feud and that be a thing, because I think that would be a really good feud. And Randy Orton is just always better as a heel, I feel. Granted, his stuff with RK Bro was some of the best stuff he's done as a babyface, but he's always better as a heel, I feel. Oh, RSO instead of RKO. So there we go. Someone could just, sort out the vitamin stuck in my head. But hey, I'm getting a little advertisement here for Tiffany Stratton. How you doing? I'm a big fan of the Tiffany Epiphany. So, folks, tune in tomorrow night when we're here live for NXT. How about KO Bro? I like KO Bro. But when there's no Sammy there, but I like KO Bro a bit more than I like the RSO. Randy Orton is included in the WWE draft. Do you know, Damien? Do you have insider information? Are you the one that's labeling the ping pong balls for the draft there to help pick the order and everything? Authority Randy was a savage. Yeah, well, and even when he started initially doing the punt kick and everything, to where that move was literally outlawed because it was so bad that they couldn't show replays of it. Of like when he's out there, he's punt kicking Vince, and he's punt kicking Steph and everything. It literally, he looked like he was legit hurting people because he was fucking punting him in the face. So that's one of the best Randy Ortons, I would say, with that one. As I've got Riddle coming out right now, and instantly backed up by KO and Sammy. Wow, this is going to be a short match. I don't know about that, Steve, because they could always run over. Damien, I don't even want to know how you know that, and I don't even know if I want to fully acknowledge it, but fair enough, you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
No.
Oh, let's go.
Folks, we are rolling into the main event. We got KO coming out. We got Sammy coming out. Riddle's already out. Judgment Day are waiting for them. Thank you for being here tonight. I see a bunch of people tuning in. If you haven't done it so already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Join the family. Be a part of the wrestling friends that you can't get in your real life. And I will take a prediction. Who do you think is going to take this match? Who's winning? We got we kind of got KO, bro. Did someone else already say that? I think. But yes, the main event's kicking off, folks. I will remind everyone we're back tomorrow, NXT Wednesday for Dynamite and all the way through the rest of the week. Don't go anywhere. Make sure you click that little bell so you know when we're going to pop up. If there's breaking news or something else we feel like covering. Riddle with no little animals coming out of his butt tonight. That's an improvement. Hi. Sammy is over. Sammy should be the one to beat Roman. Yes and no. I like what they did. I mean, I'm okay with KO and Sammy having a run here. We have Riddle make up his own belt, the 420 belt, bro. It'd probably be like you could smoke off it. Seconds as a pipe. Sam, KO, Matt. I got Sammy team for the win. Yeah, I have a feeling that our babyface team here with Riddle, Sammy, and KO are most likely to be victorious. But I do expect some bloodline shenanigans. This is Monday. I love Cody Rhodes, but he cannot beat Brock Lesnar. I think he can. I think he will, Jordan. Right now, my money at Backlash going on Cody Rhodes. Sorry. I think it'd be a big win for Cody. I think it's one of those matches where he takes an outright beating, an absolute beating, but finds a way to get the win. KO, Sammy, Riddle for the win. DQ finish on this match. Folks, if you're listening right now, I want to see if this works because I know sometimes y'all don't listen. But if you're new here, if this is your first time here on the stream, put a thumb or a flame or a finger. Put something in the chat to say hello. Do you think U.S. title is defended at Backlash? I think Nick touched on that as well, but I do believe that's where we're setting up possibly Jonah, Lashley, and Theory. Tag. I got the tag to KO. I will remind folks I am a couple seconds behind. Underbrock Baggins. You full of a toque. You have Overhill and Underhill. Why not Underbrock? I think Underbrock's the way to go with that name. He definitely was giving me Underbrock vibes. Sam, KO, Matt. We can do better. Got Sammy team for the win. KO, Sammy, Zayn, Riddle for the win. They can do it. Our announcers part of the draft too. I believe that was part of the assumption when they said everybody's eligible. So yes, I do think it's a possibility that the announced teams will change. I got Finn with a chop block on KO. He goes down hard. RSORSO. I'll take it. Final answer. How shocked were you to see Nick Aldis show up at Rebellion? Yeah, I was pretty shocked. Smile, Mark. I really was. That's a big pickup. Oh, Rhea Ripley causing trouble. Owens is down. Big clothesline. Mommy not playing around. Yeah, I was really shocked. That's a big move for Impact, right? A lot of rumors about Nick Aldis possibly going to the WWE. And I mean, it kind of writes itself nicely if you think about it. You just had Deonna Purrazzo and Steve Maclin both win the belts on the same night, husband and wife. Nick Aldis is going after Maclin. Hopefully, Mickey gets healthy sooner than later. And that kind of writes itself there with Nick Aldis and Mickey, Deonna, Maclin. So let's go. We'll see what happens. But that's a big signing. I think Nick Aldis would have been a great addition to any roster. So big pickup for Impact. Hot tag to Riddle. He's on fire. I would like that, Cody Rhodes. I keep hoping that out of nowhere Riddle eats an RKO. Canadian bro for the win. The Canadian bros. Boom. 2 count off the Fisherman. Thumbs up. I like it. I like it. Who should face Theory at Backlash pay-per-view? Yeah, it feels like they're setting up Jonah and Bobby. So we'll see what that brings. I'm not against it. KJ White, 100. Let's see. I love Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. If Cody Rhodes wins, I'll be happy. He needs a break. Yeah, I mean, this is part of the hard times about the growing pains. You got to put him in some battles and some grinds. You got to put him in some tough spots. Wow, Damian Priest with the choke slam. Riddle down on the apron, and I bet we're getting a commercial. I can easily see Cody Brock going back, go a couple matches. I would be surprised Cody loses a Backlash. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. I don't know. I kind of just took it in my head for whatever reason, Excalibur, that it was going to be a one-off. Not saying I'm right. I just had that. I just innately thought, yeah, probably a one-off. Yeah, I mean, if it's going to go more than one, I think whatever people if you're going to book Cody a Backlash, which you did, I think Cody needs this win, guys. Right? I mean, I know you're going to push the hard times and make it a battle, but I just think, you know what? He can go through some other hard times, but I think he needs this win. I think. Owens and Finn, first, second inaugural Universal Championship. Shocked they didn't mention that. Good point. This is how we do it. Team Riddle. All right. Team Sammy. So nobody going for the Judgment Day here tonight. It's unfortunate Trish went heel. She could have been in corner of RSO. There you go. Larry, yeah, no, I'm okay with what we'll see. I liked your promo tonight. I know I complained she got a little bit long, but it was good. I'm here. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Bro. Bobby. All right. Excalibur Brock is losing. There you go. Cody, I think I got you. Man. I think I'm putting my money down on Cody for this for Backlash. I really am. Cody wins a Backlash in an Extreme Rules match. Don't think it'll be a clean finish. But I want it to be a clean finish. I think if I'm writing this story of Cody Rhodes, and again, guys, I'm just a dude that likes wrestling. So if you disagree with me, let me know. But I honestly think at this point, it's one of those matches. You give us like a classic kind of HBK match. He's in there, he's outsized, and he just takes a beating. Brock puts him through a table, just works him. And Cody finds a way at the end of the day to hit the crossroads and a couple Cody cutters, and he gets the win. Even if it's by the skin of his teeth, he gets the win. That's what I think I would do. And make it look really like obvious, like Brock's definitely going to win. And have Cody keep kicking out. 3 crossroads, at least. It's the beast. Brock needs to destroy Cody again. Whew. Could you imagine you end Backlash after what happened at Mania, and the last thing we get is Brock absolutely decimating Cody? We don't even get really an official match. We just get a brawl. We just get a beating. The fan base would lose their mind. Lose it. Not even a little bit. It would be pandemonium on Twitter and Instagram. People would you couldn't book that like that if he just got washed out and that's how we went off the air. Woo! Bold move. Bold strategy, Cotton. He's done. Brock's done. I'm with you, buddy. Where's Mr. Cut the Shit been? Life, man. Life happens. Busy things, busy times. But stay tuned. We always got things coming up. You never know when our buddy's going to pop back on. But, yeah, it's just life. We've had people kind of come and go, and it's the grind of it all, folks. So, but still very much a part of the Wrasslin for Life family, still kicking, and we talk to him every day. So, you never know. Never say goodbye. He retires like Ric Flair. Do you think Trish will fight Lita before Becky? Maybe, but that's interesting, right? Like, you kind of feel like there's some marquee value to Trish versus Lita. Maybe, or is that just like a big Raw match? Becky versus Well, Trish versus Lita at Backlash. Trish versus Becky at SummerSlam. Maybe. That could work that way. I think Cody versus Brock is money match for SummerSlam, not a B pay-per-view. I think they're not billing this one as a B pay-per-view, though, my bud. I think... Oh, hot tag to Sammy! Wow, Dom. Dom running through those clotheslines. That's beautiful. Oh! We get a pop for a back body drop. I love it. 1988 called. Nice move. And that's a compliment. Oh, I got Dom stopping Sammy. The closest unexpected loss Brock almost had was Samoa Joe. Should have still been a Samoa Joe win. Still bitter about that one. Yeah, I think because they're in Puerto Rico, I think they're trying to hype this one up and build it a little bigger, right? Like, I mean, that's my one knock with a lot of the Saudi shows is when you treat them like these B shows, you're asking everyone to tune in and pay a lot of money to watch these shows, and nothing of importance generally happens, right? Like it's just we'll go through the motions. And not saying we haven't had good matches over there. We've had some bangers, but generally titles don't change hands. Not much happens. They're just putting on their show and getting back here to get back to business. Oh, ripcord knee. Flatliner. Priest. Oh, all right. Everyone outside. I want falls count anywhere. Do it, Cody. Let's go. Let's go. If Cody Rhodes wins, I'll be happy for him. Me too. Uh-oh, Rhea's in trouble. You are. Rhea's not happy. Are you going to watch June 16th SmackDown? Absolutely. We watch all of them, Mr. Cody. Ashley is doing her thing. Again, life. And Lyra's around. Lyra, we talk to consistently. And yeah, you'll see her popping in and out from time to time when she can. So yeah, she's still kicking. I think Drew McIntyre or LA Knight win the Money in the Bank ladder match this year. Drew McIntyre's not a bad shout. He needs something. A lot of people want LA Knight to win it. Whoa, shotgun drop kick. KJ, the time is, will Brock job for Cody? Or the question is, what did I say the time is? The question is, oh, stunner! Ah! Oh, another stunner! Haluva! Yeah, I think Brock would. I think he would. I know that sounds crazy, but I think he would. He knows what he's signing up for with this. He knows his job is to get Cody over. And even if it's not the first match, if it's, I think ultimately he's aware that he's trying to help the journey. Oh, the bloodline comes sliding in right after a W. So the unanimous vote for Team Sammy was correct. And the bloodline is unloading on RSO. Which sounds funny if you say it fast. Where's Regal? Oh, okay. Here comes LWO. 1990 call. They want their brawl back. They should easily go to Backlash. Saudi shows SummerSlam. True story. Sunset Flip Powerbomb combination. Did Brock and Stardust fight before? Not off the top of my head. Maybe some type of squash. I don't know. I can't recall it. So I'd say no if I can't. So we got everybody fighting everywhere. Okay. We want tables. Where's William Regal? War Games. You called it at the beginning of the show. Good show, Larry. I'll take your word for it. The LWO taking the ring. 619 on Dom. I guess we're... Oh! Priest onto the table. Look at this. We got an LWO uniting with the RSO. The bloodlines laid out. The Judgment Day's laid out. Luo looking strong. The babyface go home happy, folks. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. What else I'll take, folks, is the show comes to an end tonight. I will take a rating on Raw out of 10. What do you got? If you're tuning in right now, give me a number between 1 and 10. How did you feel about the show? I admit there were some struggles with this one. I admit that it wasn't my favorite. I do appreciate some of the storyline builds. I do understand that there's a need for some promos. I do feel like we got a decent amount of wrestling tonight, at least. I thought we had some pretty good matches, some pretty good angles developing through this. But I wouldn't really say this one's going to bang out a high mark. So let's roll down 10 out of 10. Pretty tame Raw, but Trish looked amazing. 10 out of 10. So the show got a 10 for Trish, or Trish gets a 10? I see what you see what I'm saying? Does WWE have their balls to does WWE have the balls to out a War Games on Raw? Maybe not Raw, but what if they put up, like, what if they pull a swerve and they put the War Games at, remember how Triple H said he doesn't want a match kind of automatically being associated with pay-per-views? So what if he surprised everyone, says, you know what, SummerSlam, War Games, this bunch. It's a reach, it's a stretch, just a theory, talking on my ass, but who knows? We definitely got some gang warfare going on here. And yes, all that attitude vibe with a big brawl to close the show tonight. Great finish. Yeah, not bad. That was kind of fun at the end. Raw is great tonight, says Jordan. Okay, 9 out of 10 from Bobby, 6 out of 10 from Dale. Lostradamus. All right, 9. 6 is Tyrell. Hagen's got a 9. Raw, 10, 4. 4. I mean, how are we going to? Okay. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. 8 out of 10 says Larry. So we got a pretty solid mix, but a lot of high ratings. 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10 says A-Town. Okay. Look, kind of in that Dale region. 4.8. All right. So they didn't even pass for Smile Mark. Good night, Ronnie says 7.5 out of 10 because I'll take it. I got kicked out. You should have got kicked out. 7 out of 10. Too much filler again. How many times do we need to see Cody Brock? Well, we're gonna get Cody Brock all the way to Backlash. That's how many times do? What are we gonna do? We got a storyline to build. I don't know how we're gonna get away from Cody and Brock, Mr. G. That's kind of where we're going with this. And again, we didn't get Cody Brock tonight. We got a tease of Cody and Brock, and I think for me it worked. I thought it was good that Cody was short-winded, didn't have a lot to say. I appreciated that. I really would have avoided the backstage interview that he did. I think because you don't want to get sick of Cody, what we got tonight was good. You give us a couple replays, we go home, and we think about what's going to happen next time these two guys are in the same room. I'm okay with that. Just can't let them overtalk because people will get sick of it. You got kicked out. That's not good. 9.5 out of 10. Now I want to see where the storyline goes. All right, JV. Good. JV got pulled in. I like it. Brock screws over Cody. Have Money in the Bank to set up SummerSlam. That's not even funny. That's not even haha. If Brock Lesnar wins Money in the Bank, I'll be very upset. 8 out of 10. Thank you, John. 8 out of 10 solid. 8 out of 10 for Caliber. I give Raw a 0.5. I got bored. Swap Bruins game. Fair enough. Bruins win, I'm assuming. Night all. See you on NXT. Thank you, Bobby. Need more Hurt Business. I've been begging for the Hurt Business, Mark. 7. Nice shout, Chef. Now cover Edmonton, LA. Yeah, I'll just stick around for the Edmonton, LA game. 9 out of 10 says Damien. Man, imagine the Hurt Business was still around. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a lot of potential for Hurt Business. Don't give up on them yet. Let's hope. 8 out of 10 for Raw. Raw was an A+. All right, interesting. 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. Solid CC minus. All right, so a little bit of a tweener vote there, but I'm kind of with you, Nick. I'm gonna give it a 6.5. All right, I'm gonna give him a solid CC minus as well. There was a lot of downtime tonight. There was a lot of downtime. There was a lot of quiet points. There was a lot of we could use a little more. And what I did kind of notice, and I know Big Nick pointed out as well with me, was that there was a good few segments where it's stuff that we don't care about at all. And that's not our fault. They have to find a way to make us care about some of this shit. So there were some moments like that. I thought the opening of the show was a bit slow, didn't have the best of feel to it. A little too much filler. 6.5 sounds fair. Didn't bomb, but it was all right. The ending was great. Almost makes you want to give it a 7, but you can't ignore the rest of it. When you got a 3-hour show, you need more than 15 minutes of woohoo. I agree. It's not funny. I missed it. The Nation, the Disciples, the Hart Family, DX, Los Boricuas. Remember the crazy brawl? Yeah, man. Do you remember it was just chaos? And that wasn't only, like, I didn't know you said, remember that brawl? I do. But there was constantly brawls like that. And then you go over to the NWO, and they're randomly flipping to the back, and Rey Mysterio's getting darted off the side of a fucking production truck. Like, it was always, like, that's just said, tonight had the good old 90s vibe. Bye, KJ. Go. Get some rest. Don't have any nightmares, though, bud. Define filler. There was some fluff. Some fluff that didn't really matter. Didn't mean anything. Just kind of filling time. Right? Don't forget the Ministry of Darkness. Of course not. How could you? 3-hour slump per usual. It wasn't all bad. It wasn't all bad. There's good stuff in there. Filler means exact that. Yes, I'm broken. I'm with you. But with all that being said, well, folks, I'm going to head towards the door here on this Monday night. Clear another 3 hours live. So thank you for being here. If you were here for the whole show, thank you so much. And if you were here for just a second, thank you as well. We appreciate it, folks. Don't forget NXT tomorrow. We will be back. The dynamic duo, myself, Big Nick. Then we got Wednesday Dynamite. We're all through the week. We go right to the end. We got so much wrestling to cover. If it's your favorite wrestling, let us know. If you want to DM Big Nick, it's kind of let it be his stick. He's going to be so mad at me right now. If you guys see any cards or things that you think we should watch, hit up Big Nick. Let him know. But other than that, folks, thank you again for being here. We will be back. And I see a couple more comments real quick. Broke the dam, the Union big show. Are we bringing up the Union? I definitely got to get off stream if we're bringing up the Union. There's a lot going on here, folks. With all that being said, folks, like I said, always, we love bringing you the wrestling coverage. Nothing but positive vibes. And if you haven't liked, subscribed, shared, check out all our links below. Our social media, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. Check it all out. And we got more coming your way. So thank you for being here again. Remember, we just grind on a different level. If it's your favorite wrestling, we cover it like nobody else does. Watch party, watch along, call it what you will. It's never better than it is here. Thank you so much. I will see everybody on the flip side. Bye for now.